So, all right, we're going live. All right, we are live. We are live. We have 2 people here already. So, what's up, everybody? Everybody that was waiting. It's your boy, Dojo. I should sound good. If I don't, let me know. Let me and Timmy know how we sound. Right, we're here. But yeah, welcome to the first Church of Lore podcast, hosted by the Thrall of Lore, Dojo, myself, and the Advocate of Lore, Simi.
Hey, what's up?
All right. And Simi, do you wanna take the reins real quick? Do your little thing.
Yeah. So, just say Dojo with his cam. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my cam as well.
All right.
So this is the long-awaited 7 days. Hello, everyone. This is Lore Legends Landis speaking. Nah, I'm just kidding with you guys. This isn't my face. This is just a VTuber model. Did you think I was going to leave my boy Dojo stream with his face and I'm going to have this VTuber model? Of course not. Of course not. There was just a joke, guys.
Just a bit of a...
Just a messing with ya. This is a true real. If it works.
It should. It's loading. Everybody give it a second.
Loading.
Since we got 6 people who can't hear her.
Can't hear.
Okay, hold on.
Can't hear me.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn Simi up.
Can't hear me.
Let me turn Simi up.
Also, I use he, him, and they them pronouns.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna wait a minute. Turn off. Turn on it again.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Yeah. It's not working.
Okay. Can y'all hear her now?
Can you hear me? And please use he, him, and they them pronouns. Come on. Cam, work with me. I don't use she, her pronouns. Oh, there I am.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey.
There I
Simi,
am.
the lore legend himself. It is Simi.
There I am.
Yep. Okay,
Sorry.
they can hear. They can hear you.
Yay.
Yep. We have 8 people in here.
I may be my mic might be really loud. I don't know why it sounds so loud. So low, not loud.
Yeah.
But I got my mic at max power.
So can y'all y'all can hear him? Adel is a beast. Adel is a beast. And there's a lot of stories.
In one way.
I forgot that I had the
Yeah,
sound on.
we're gonna talk about that.
All right.
But we just have kind of like a little yeah.
All right. So how should we do this? Should we just start with Adele and go back, or should we start with how they released them?
So in Plant Podcast, I've got the first we talk about the Great War of Ruin,
Okay.
the UR and introduction to the squad. Then we talk Lagravos and the shift version and the arc. Then Ray, then Sarah, then Landis, and then Adel.
Okay.
So let's start with the Great War of Ruin.
All right. Cool.
And who the fuck's Adel? And who the fuck is the way? How did this start?
Yeah.
How did Adel and company turn out to be the saviors of Granzelia?
Yeah. All right. So I have it pulled up, Simi. I don't know if you can. Hold on. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I've got the stream of it.
Okay. So, Great War of Ruin, Lecture 1. All right. Let me know if my mic peaks a little bit. So, well, for the first few lectures, we'll be speaking on the Great War of Ruin. You may already know it as one of the largest scale conflicts in the history of Granzelia, but I'll walk you through the topic step by step. I encourage you to see how much you already know. In the antebellum period, Granzelia was I always butcher this word, ostensibly governed by the three kingdoms of Adel, Mordana, and Granzelia. However, the de facto rulers of those states were the god of ruin Lougseus and the followers thereof.
Okay, let's stop here.
Okay.
So what is it said here that there was this antebellum period, so the period before the war developed. So there we know that there were three eras that we know of in Granzelia. That is the war before the era before the Great War of Ruin, which Lougseus was this intimidating god that he ruled over Granzelia in several millennia, and then we have the war happen, and then the post-war happened.
Right.
But yeah, this is before the war.
Okay.
So in before the war, we have the three kingdoms: Adel, Mordana, and Granzelia. And we know that Soleil, after the war, will found Aldana.
Right. So it was
Okay,
just like a little calm before the storm type of period before all of that.
Well, it wasn't a calm before the storm because Lougseus was doing his thing and
Fair.
ruining everyone's life and wreaking havoc.
Yeah, the prequel. But
we know there was a peace period because before Lougseus happened, there was another god.
Yeah.
But we get to that. We get to him in another podcast, I guess.
Okay.
But there was Bax, and then Luke came in, took over the world, and said, "Okay, let's wreak havoc."
Yeah. All right. So continuing. So, I think I scrolled down a little bit. There. With such great power at their disposal, the Lougseans routinely subjected the three kingdoms' people. First, oh wait, this is live. What's up, gang? Hope you have. What's up, Ahmad? So, with such great power at their disposal, the Lougseans routinely subjected the three kingdoms' people to harsh and arbitrary rule. And it's said that well over 24 towns and villages were annihilated by them.
So the map that we know now of Granzelia may not be the map 3,000 years ago or even before that. So what we know is a post-war version.
Yeah. After all the strife. So though people naturally feared Lougseus and his followers, they were also discontent and indignant at the system of rule imposed upon them. Around the time that sentiment was coming to a head, the White Knight Melza of Mordana appeared, aka. Oh my God, Roy is back again. Okay, we're gonna do this because he's doing that. Mordana appeared. In the beginning, Lougseans ransacked one of Melza's favorite villages, forcing her to realize that their rule was unjust. Melza.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so, what the fuck, Melza? So it's like, oh, it's fine. He's breaking villages and killing persons. It's okay, but wreck my favorite village. Oh no, you're picking war.
Yeah, nah.
Melza, what the fuck?
like Melza, come on, mamas.
Come on, Melza.
All right, here we go. So where did I stop? Melza journeyed out from the kingdom of Mordana to gather the power to unseat the god of ruin. She was secretly aided by people wherever she went. She soon obtained the spirit blade Marius from amid some ruins and approached Lougseus' castle, accompanied by two allies, which, if you've been following my channel, I made a video on these two allies called the Bond of Fire and Ice. Shout out to Vaughn and Celios. Adis, give them a shift.
We'll talk about that trio in another podcast. We've got a podcast just focused on Melza, Malcolm, and Celios.
Adis, give them a shift. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Adis, Malcolm, and Celios shift win.
Please give them a shift.
This talks about Lougseus' castle.
Okay.
And we see no castle in Adan.
Yeah. Yet. Yeah. So,
we didn't see like a castle. We saw like some ruins.
Yeah. One But the power of Lougseus was much greater than anything they imagined. One of the Lougsean four lords of ruin defeated them before they could attempt to storm the castle. After this, Melza joined forces with the Lougseans, whereupon she became feared by many as Soul Reaper Melza.
Okay, so I think the one they're talking about in here is the Grook, most likely.
Oh yes, Dami Mami.
Because he's the one that's known to convert normal people into advocates of
Yes.
God.
She supposedly changed sides after an extended conversation with the Lords of Ruin, but the details thereof are unknown.
She was brainwashed.
It seems that our time is almost up today. In our next lecture we'll discuss the effects of Melza's loss and Princess Lila's undertakings with the Holy Kingdom.
So I didn't know until very recently that Lila is the first princess of Dawn.
Huh?
I didn't know that. Yeah,
I need to go.
I'm the lore guy, and I didn't know that.
I'm the thrall of lore, and I didn't know that I should be doing this. What? Okay.
We'll talk about Lila and her squad in another podcast.
All right.
As well.
Yeah. Because Lila's squad didn't Lila?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, she had like supporters. So Lena, Larger, and Paul.
Paul.
Reading about her overall lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it might be the one who turned him, but she wasn't the one who beat her.
Oh yeah,
no, who defeated Elsa. Yeah. It was a hooded figure.
Oh, I wonder who. Anywho, all right, guys. So on to lecture 2. The Great War of Ruin, lecture 2. Previously, we discussed the defeat of White Knight Melza at the hands of the four Lords of Ruin. In this lecture, we'll discuss the many effects of her loss and defection to the Lougseans. Particularly affected was Melza's homeland of Mordana, which she once served as a knight. To initially punish her, the Lougseans annihilated the village in which she'd lived. Blaming the Mordana kingdom for Melza's actions, the Lougseans pledged to raise a Mordanian city for each unsatisfactory answer they received. Brutal.
So, which is this Mordanian city they're talking about? So I'm pulling up the map right now in the game. And I think most people would agree with me that hold up, where's Mordana? Oh my god, I can't find it. Here we go. So it's either where's Mordana? There's a dam. Oh, it's in here. Of course, it's in there. So what I think they're talking about might be Port Town Marquita.
Yeah.
Because we know there's the only town in Mordana. Might be the nameless town.
Yeah.
Might be.
That was raised to nothing to keep it.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got, of course, Coolhate, because it's the place where Solaris was kept. And it's like this thunderous and ruined version, like we've seen in the story with Another World. That in the art summary. But yeah, I think those are the 3 most likely locations where Melza was originated from.
Yeah, I agree. Especially, I believe I'm more leaning towards the nameless town, because if they raised it to the ground, there's a high chance that it was to make sure that there was nothing standing of it.
Yeah.
Like any symbols or anything that can represent Mordana would be raised.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's a foreign land, so it might be from another world. Who knows? There's been a theory on Mordana. It's the nameless town.
Yeah.
It's from another world because it's based on Japan. So.
Yeah, like yeah. We'll talk about that in another one. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the Melza podcast.
Okay. So. Hearing word of this, the citizens of Mordana flew into a wild panic, believing they might be facing their imminent destruction. This panic quickly transformed into anti royal and anti noble sentiment, which in turn sparked riots and rebellion. Though the monarchy attempted to suppress the unrest, the majority of royal soldiers sided with the citizens. The Mordanian crown and nobility were executed by the people, and the Mordanian kingdom
Yikes.
gave way to to the Mordana Republic. Many argue that this civil strife was responsible for Mordana's reduced influence in Granzelia.
Yeah, because we know as for now, Mordana is doesn't have any royalty, anything.
Yeah,
It's just a wasted land.
yeah, it's like
It was once a thriving kingdom, and it was reduced to nothing.
yep. If you were from
And it
Mordana, you
might
were
be.
nothing. You are nothing now.
We're sorry. Sorry, Mordanians.
So,
Yeah. How Larger and Linnea fought Thoughtless together in his story. He easily kicked their butts with his crew also.
man's
But
flecked his
the
shoulders.
previous Douglas, not the current one.
Man's flecked his
We'll
shoulders.
talk about that.
Man's flexed his shoulders and beat them.
Yeah.
So
So glass OP.
Zuglis shift win, and I'm not talking about Rudo. I want DPS Zuglis.
You want like 3,000 years ago,
Yeah,
Douglas.
I want Zuglis before he knew who he was. so
We'll talk about Douglas and his squad.
so after Melz's defeat, it looked as if the anti-Laugseans' hope would turn into despair. I already read that. No, I didn't. After
Yeah.
Melz's defeat, it looked as if the anti-Laug would turn into despair. But the discontent and indignation at Lougseus' system of control had hardly vanished. In fact, the people's fury was only exasperated by the Lougseans because the Lougseans grew much bolder coming off their victory. And
They were celebrating.
this is when a new standard bearer appeared, Lila, the first princess of the Holy Kingdom. Her predecessors had always acted subservient, but when Lila declared her opposition to Lougseus, the people vocally supported her. Unable to ignore his daughter's opinions or the will of the people, the king resolved that Adel would take a defiant stance against Lougseus. Following this, Lila regularly visited the other two kingdoms of Granzelia, Lanzelia, and Mordana, urging them to join and fight. The people.
Lila Hopi.
Lila OP, bro. Talk no jutsu.
She should deserve. Should have a shift.
That's actually useful.
And I'm not talking about the season.
I'm talking actually useful. So, the people's dissatisfaction was close to a boiling over, so neighboring kings agreed to Lila that they would unite and struggle against Laocoon. With this, the main combatants in the war, the human army and the army of ruin, were delineated. Oh, it seems the time is up, so we're going to end things for the day. In our next class, we'll discuss clashes between mankind and ruin, which all took place across Granzelia.
Okay, this is all been this is like the previous lore to Adel's squad, but we have to know how the war began.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is really interesting because this is where they mention the squad from Lila, like Lena and Paul, and well, we'll get that in this lecture.
Okay. So, here I'd like to delve deeper into a point from our last lecture, specifically the ways in which Lila, first princess of the Holy Kingdom Adel, played a part in establishing the human army and the army of ruin. Sympathetic to the Holy Kingdom Adel, the Lanzelia Kingdom and Mordana Republic declared their freedom from the rule of Lougseus, but the Lougseans predictably refused to accept this. Throughout Granzelia, the two sides clashed fiercely, and in these days, a large number of heroes were born. Give us.
So even we don't have that unit yet. War seasonal mercenary Ignis, we don't have that yet, and she's mentioned in several arcs and lore. The She-Bladed of Ignis area larger, so we have larger in the game. Cannoneer and Otherworld Soldier are Telpal, with the Source's Shift. Mechanical Bow Wielder Lena, which we have in the game. Maiden of the Three World, Lena, Maiden of the Three World, Yggdrasil, we have that in the game. Yashamaru, the ninja who fought the world over. So in this, we have a lot of name drops, but we're lacking two of these guys inside the game. We're lacking Ivan and we're lacking Ignis. We're lacking this war seasoned mercenary and the chief leader of Ignis Arena. So maybe there will be permanent units in the future. Who knows? But look forward for them in the meantime
Uh,
because we got the rest, but we're lacking two of these
yeah,
people.
I would. I mean, listen, with all the freaking tickets that they gave us for Godforge, all the times 10 summon tickets for general units, please drop these characters so that I have something to use them on beyond Crimson Ore. I got like 30 spins of like the multis and then like a whole bunch of just random tickets. These are two characters. Just give them to us. Me and Simi will tell the story of these characters.
We will.
Adis, please. Anywho, anywho,
Anywho,
the names
you
above
can keep
represent but
going.
a handful of heroes who fought in the Great War. Heroes whose exploits led human forces to victory at the Arden border, Rubo coastline,
Mm-hmm.
Lanzelia snow plains, Morania plateau, and elsewhere. The human forces paid a great price for these victories, though suffering many casualties, and most prominent among them was Princess Lila herself, who personally coordinated Adel, Mordana, and Lanzelia's cooperation. Though she was
Holy shit, that's that.
man, listen,
Like commanding three armies at
three whole
once.
kingdoms worth of soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And most prominent among them was Princess Lila herself, who personally coordinated Odell, Mordana, and Lanzelia's corporation. Though she was exceptional both as royal diplomat and an archer, she laid down her life fighting against Lougseus to defend a border city on the Aldana mainland. What's up, Michael?
Mainland.
Mainland.
Mm-hmm.
All the while, the balance of power in Granzelia gradually turned in the favor of the humans, who emerged victorious in the light of many sacrifices they made. We still have a bit of time left today, but let's stop here before I talk your ears off, which we're going to keep doing no matter what. But
Sorry, it's
let's
been
stop here.
half an hour already, and we're still stuck at the Great
Yeah.
Wall of Ruin. Okay, so moving forward, I think we just give a little summary
Yeah.
and talk and give our impressions and talk about it because if not, this is going to be turned into a lecture, and that's not
Yeah,
fun.
we don't want to be a lecture podcast.
We don't know. Yeah, we can drop the lore into the Discord channel. We have a Discord.
Oh yeah, we do have a
Uh,
Discord. I'll be dropping that
we
link.
have a Discord, and we will post all this lore into there so you can read it for yourselves. But we will be here commenting it
Yeah.
and reading a little bit over it, so you have a general idea,
Yeah.
you know. But we don't want to be here lecturing you on the arc lore
The entire
and
time.
yeah, because one, we don't have enough time, and two, it's boring.
Yeah. Uh, so
So,
Michael Farrell has a question.
mm-hmm.
This question is: Kyle and crew seem so soft compared to, well, not so soft, but seems soft compared to the original Great War of Ruin crew. So, do you want to speak on that?
We will have a podcast talking about Kyle and company, but talking about the comparisons between Adel's group and Kyle's group, I think it's how do you say it? It's the same one. It's not that one group was better than the other. Each group has their up and downs.
Yeah.
Why the OG cast is so strong? Power of friendship.
I honestly like legit. If you compare both of the groups, the only person that really stayed the same is Ray because he's in both of the groups.
Yep, he's in
Versus
both of the groups.
versus if we're talking about the OG cast, Linnaeus, like in the current story, Linnaeus is technically
Obvious
dead,
one.
but not dead. Mans is outside of the
No,
time
no,
stream.
no, no, no. Adele, Lennis, and Sarah are the three of them are technically dead, but they're not. Don't you check GMs?
Yeah, no,
Don't you check your
yeah.
DMs?
I checked it, but yeah, no, it's like, okay, let's compare.
But wait. Let's go back and read through that fourth entry.
Okay, read through the fourth entry. I got you.
Just overall, don't read all of it. Just overall. Also, your Discord is leaking. Your DMs are leaking.
Ooh, hold on. Woo wee. All right, you guys didn't see anything. You guys didn't see anything.
I'm still saying it.
There we go. You can still see it. Oh no, that's there's a little bit of a delay.
There we go. There's a
little bit of a delay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay.
But yeah, so
the fourth one.
Yeah,
the fourth entry.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Let's read. So what we're going to do is read
Yep.
A summary. Yeah. Just a summary. So yeah. Him and associated without the assistance of a hero Adel. Yeah. Okay. Who hails from another world. Who may this world be, don't you? Do you have any idea what this world may be? Because I don't know.
Neither do I. I mean, the way the current...
I mean, it's so complicated. The way that the game is called Last Cloudia, and the manga that Adel stars in is called Claudia. It's so complicated.
It's wild. It's actually insane. I mean, you never know.
Oh my god. And we got a world that's called Claudia in the second arc. Oh my god, where could Adele be from? I guess we'll never know.
Oh my god, is this an isekai gacha game? Couldn't be.
I know, what are you saying?
It's not like a good portion of the cast isn't from another world.
So we'll talk about that in Kyle's group podcast.
Yeah, in Kyle and Friends.
Right. Yeah, but Segas is in the Council of 10, so he's reserved for the Council of 10 podcast. Yeah. But yeah, this presence was major influence. Yeah, he was really important. Adele was a really important figure. And he, in addition, surprisingly, little documentation about the confrontation exists. So why is this? Why isn't there documentation on the Great War of Ruin itself? It's because Hall, the realm of Lougseus, is literally, and we know this, in another dimension. So, normal people weren't able to go there. And even Kyle and company had some trouble going in there.
They... I mean, if you've kept up with the actual in-game story, they sealed him temporarily and then had to start time jumping.
Yeah, we'll talk about this story. Yeah, don't worry.
It's the way they tie things in, the way they tie the lore into the story is very intricate. It's very fun, which is why me and Simi are going to guide you all through it the way we went through it, asking each other questions.
This includes our extents and his son Soleil, so Sarah's son, adult son Soleil, became the standard bearer for Aldanian independence, which, as you all know, will lead to the foundation of the Aldanian Empire in which we live now.
Yes.
So yeah, Kyle and Sarah boned. So, fun fact. Sarah had to have at least 6 months break during the war to bring out Soleil out of her.
Yeah, no.
And it explains why Soleil is so different compared to... Because he was mostly... We don't know... I don't know if in the Emperor Eldravana arc they talk about who Soleil was raised with.
Well, let's see.
I think personally it would be or Landis or Laugseus, because it's the two of them which make more sense, right?
Right. Yeah. It definitely.
Which means that Soleil was raised by people that really knew what were they talking about, and he wasn't raised by Adel, who I think didn't have any idea on how to found an empire or lead an army. You know, he's just like Kyle. Kyle and Adele is just the same person, but from different times of period.
Yeah.
So that's the reason Aldana survived. It was because Landis and Douglas were with him and raising him.
Yep.
We'll take that in the close of 10 when we talk about
Yeah.
Roland,
Yeah. The
and
entire
don't
council.
worry about that.
Yeah.
And then an entire council. So let's switch to our favorite Yoda,
Yoda.
Lagravos.
Lagrabos.
Let's talk about Lagravos.
All right, I got you.
Okay, do you have his unit
I got both of them.
or any?
I got both. Yep.
You got
Yep, I
both.
got both.
Yeah, but let's put him in the screen.
Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about Lagravos and his arc.
All right.
And both we're gonna talk about both the normal version, the ship version, and the Mamanap arc.
Okay. So it should.
So
It's probably a little bit.
Elder Place. Yep, we can guide ourselves with these
Okay.
titles. So what do we know about the OG Lagravos?
So, what we know about him is one, he's old.
He's old.
Two.
Yeah, he's like the old, along with Ray again, the oldest one in the party.
Yeah, the oldest. Actually, yeah, nah, the oldest. He is the oldest character in the quote unquote in the game. In the game.
Yeah, in the entire game, but I don't know if he's older than Ray or not, because we don't know when Ray was born, because he wasn't created by Lougseus. We'll talk about Ray in a bit.
So with our boy Lag Rabos, he's also one of the most powerful mages that there is. And he was talking about when he dropped, he was one of the first mages to introduce non-attribute magic. He's the only mage that's in the game that actually has non-attribute magic spells. We know that.
The next one was like Angela.
And yes, Angela. That was it.
And then Landis and
but he's the only one that has non-attribute. Everybody else has been a rainbow mage, and then Angela with her little storm, I forget.
The curse magic.
Yeah, he is also the founder. He actually technically founded two civilizations. He founded the original Mananap. I don't have that arc. He founded Mananap.
I don't.
He founded Mananap, and then after that fell.
I don't know if he founded it or was just part of it.
He was. I mean, from what I read in the lore enthusiast chat in the official thing, he basically was put in the position of leadership.
Of an elder, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in a position of leadership.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, he literally was. He was literally protecting them, building it, and then they were like, "Hey, guess what? You're the boss."
So he protected both civilizations.
Yes, he protected both.
First Mamanap, and then he did create Blaze.
Yeah, he did create Blaze. That is confirmed.
Yes, in his ship event, we saw him rescuing the people of Granzelia and helping them rebuild their homes, and we know he will become this older Blaze, this protector that is always there for them. And can we talk about that time in the story where he obliterated Soglass?
Hey, no, listen.
Can we talk about how this dude, this shit thing, literally annihilated one of the four lords of ruin by himself without even lifting a finger? How many times Alok created his four horsemen?
We don't know.
We'll talk about the Lords of Ruin in its own podcast.
Yeah, in its own podcast.
We'll talk about the group, Baran, Rovala, and of course, Rudo / Sunglass.
Yeah, that, but yeah, no, with
also the fact that he founded Blaze is really interesting.
Yeah,
because the Blaze is the only civilization that we know, at least in Granzelia, that where people and beasts fight together. I wonder why.
It's magic.
Ray
Yeah, you get go get some water. Go get some water now.
No, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, also we know that he's like Lilibet's grandpa or grandpa figure, and he was also a grandpa or a father figure or something figure, a parental or tutor figure to Adele
Yeah.
with his shift. He was like, so can we pull that entry from the shift version,
Yeah.
the last one
Yep, I
with
got you.
Lagrafus and Adele?
I got you. Bop. You said the last entry?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there.
I think it's the last one, yeah.
Mhm.
The Lagrafus and Adele, because there's something in there that stuck to me, and it's really, really interesting.
Somebody in the chat said Lance's sister and Kyle's dad need to hurry up. Facts, bro.
Megas, where are you? Megas,
I've been asking. I've been asking.
We'll talk about Megas in the Kyle podcast.
When we focus purely on
We'll
certain
talk
characters,
about Megas.
when we focus on certain characters, we'll focus on all of that. But
Also, Lausabel's sister that was in the Holy War, and we don't even know her name.
I'm still waiting.
What the fuck, Adel?
I'm still waiting.
So, Lagra was made Adele, who saw and power him, could change the world, there was power, But this radiance also worried Lagrabos. This young man, I'm gonna quote here.
Okay.
This young man has a radiance that could light the path of the future for humanity. However, that radiance is still unrefined. It must tempered so that, in the event some darkness creeps into it, the light will not lose out.
Darkness.
What do you mean with this, Sadis? What is this? What does this mean? So this line struck to me because this radiance that Adele has, which could mean his power, right, to defeat Lougseus and change the fate of the world. Also, in Adele's lore, we'll talk about Adele in a bit.
Yeah.
It says that he's driven by a mysterious sense of purpose. It's a little bit sus. But yeah, Lagrubos did a continuous test on Adele to temper this light and to not be creeped to darkness. Which means that Carl might have the same power or some similar.
Which
his light is not tempered, so
which we do see. I mean, we have seen, like, with the Night Lord Kyle, we see a little bit of that power creeping out.
We literally see that we'll talk about this, but he has a sword forged by a god inside him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Lagrabos was like Adele's mentor, so that's so cool. And that might be the reason Adele can do magic in game.
Yes, that is still wild. That is wild. I saw that build that Tweaks put out, and I was just like,
Me too, Adele. But yeah, it might be because Lagrabos was his entrusted or his mentor. Also because his best friend is a bitch. Okay, do you have anything else to say about Lagrabos?
I have to say that Lagrabos definitely takes on the mentor role. And, like, it seems like in every group, every time he's in a group of people, he's always looked to for advice, which is very interesting. It definitely seems like he's been through a lot, which makes me want to delve deeper into, like, his actual background. Like, where was he before he started traveling? Like, what was younger Lagrabos like? Because this is just Lagrabos the Wise. I want to know what younger Lagrabos was.
Yeah, like before the loss of Mama.
Yeah, before the loss of Mama. I want to know what he was doing. Because homie said, if I read a little bit of his story, in one of the cities that he was in, mages weren't allowed to really leave and go on excursions and come back. But because of how powerful he was in his prowess, they were just like, well, we can't really stop him if he wanted to go. So we're going to give him like a all access pass just so we can feel like we have some control over him, and then we'll just take his notes and everything for ourselves to like use. I don't remember which one it was in, but yeah, it was very interesting. I love the
Also, the fact that if you have nothing to say, let's talk about the arc, which I have.
I don't have the
If
arc.
you want, if you want to change to my, I'll share my
Yep, I will.
screen.
I can definitely do that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is this? Here we go. I'll share my screen.
Okay.
There we go. There it
All
is.
right,
So
cool. Oh,
pretty.
here, let me do this.
The fact that all these people look like regular
Hold on,
people.
Let me. I'm still swapping it. Ooh, I'm
Oh,
being
yeah.
It's so ooh. Here we go. Transform.
How many worlds has Luke destroyed that we know of? One. That we know of? One. And then two, if you count Granzelia's half destroyed. But we don't know, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So the fact that all these people look like normal people, and Lagros is the only one who looks like Yoda. It's so interesting. Like, maybe it was a magical transformation, like using so much magic can make you look like Lagros.
Right.
Or it's just like he's an alien, he comes from another world, yet still. But yep, ancient Fiddle and Memonap. So here we have an interesting arc, and the lore is it was a beautiful place full of magic, full of life and existence. And then Soglas and the group came and devastated it.
Tells you why
That's
Lagros had a chip on his shoulder when he saw
I don't have
Zuglis.
the arc unlocked, but I can see it in here because it's in the story
If you guys want
spoilers.
to know why Lagros tried to one tap Zuglis, it's because he destroyed this beautiful place that Lagros was originally part of,
Mm-hmm. Yep,
and
yep,
he wasn't letting it happen again.
yep.
And
Here we go. Mamanap lore. So yeah, Mamanap, a city nicknamed the ancient feudal in Mamanap. Consequently, Mamanap's true location still remains unknown to this day. So we know it was in Granzelia, but we don't know where. I think it could be Morgana for what we have seen. Oh, it was this frozen land, and then it was wrecked by ruin. Um, However, before outsiders could enter the city, they had to undergo a strengthened review, which makes me think this is part of the foreign land because of the look at the background, look
right,
at these
yeah,
houses. It looks really Japanesey, you know. So this might be the part of, if not the foreign times Mergona or the nameless town, because we see also the sea,
yeah,
like the sea, and we know that in the nameless town there's a fishing spot,
right,
you know.
yes,
Also we see like the water over this,
which is very
so
interesting.
you know the lake that there is in Morgana.
Yes,
I think it's under there. Wait, let me. Where's Morgana again? Oh my god, I can't find it. You know this? I
yeah.
think Bamanap is under here. My voice.
That would actually be a perfect spot looking at the flowers and the
Mm,
trees and the foliage. I
mm-hmm.
feel
Yep.
and the nameless town. Go to the yeah. No, that definitely looks like it would definitely be where Mononop is.
Yeah, because it's under the sea, and we see the fishes in the sky. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
with the jellyfish even.
yeah. You could definitely make that comparison. Just the overall foliage.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Uh, so it said that even those with great magical abilities were not allowed inside the city unless they were pure enough of spirit to be accepted by the sprites. So this, when we talk about the Arc Tour, we'll talk about this. But the Conjurer Gate. This reminds me a lot of the Conjurer Gate on how only Sekus can open that Conjurer Gate because he's a four gate.
Yeah.
Um, which is this? As a city, it was compared to Sorceress Aiden, which is another arc.
Yeah.
Other buildings. Yup. The God of Ruin will bring calamities upon Granzelia. You should submit to him. And then it was wrecked by the group so glass the tragedy of Mamanab. They surpassed with a sneer consensus of the residents as the two knights took their weapons and swung them casually. So here we see a swordsman with a great sword and a female knight who wielded the spear. So glass and the crook.
Yeah. It's
So that's why Lagobos launched as so glass.
yes.
But it was we'll talk about Rudo, but how
We
beautiful will it be if
we actually got to go back
uh
and
hmm?
Michael, to what you said, News Uglies didn't know him though. That's the point. That's the thing. Just because the new Zuglis didn't know him doesn't mean that I was gonna call him Yoda. That
Okay,
Lagro
so
Rose wouldn't remember.
we'll talk about the Soglass Rudo situation in the future, but the Soglass that destroyed Mamanap is not the Soglass that we currently have.
Yeah, no, they are two different
It's
Zuglises.
not the same person. It's not the same person. But how painful would was it for Lagrobos to know that the soul class that destroyed Mamanap is no longer here? And worse yet, some innocent person like Rudo has been brainwashed to be this soul class.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that would throw.
bro, that's pain.
Not to mention, he also happens to be related to the Spirit Maidens, the
Yeah.
current generation Spirit Maiden.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, when I thought about that, like, oh my god, the previous Sunglass destroyed his home, and then the current Sunglass is related to Theria, which is like her prodigy. So, mm-hmm, Queen, why don't the other gods just fight Luke? They did. Lilaha. We'll talk about Lilaha. We'll talk about her if she comes up, maybe.
Yep.
No.
How many
Okay, so the
gods?
situation
So Michael Farrell asks,
with
how
the
many gods are there? So right now,
yes.
I can confirm that there's five that we know of. Lilaha, the
Mm-hmm.
goddess of war. Lougseus,
Mm-hmm.
the god of ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Vaz, the
Mm-hmm.
occulted god. Laug.
The god of balance.
Who?
The god of
Yeah,
balance.
yeah, yeah,
Max is the god of
yeah.
balance.
Vaz, the god of balance. Laugdana, who is the metaphorical god of death. They give him the title God of Death when you go through Melza's
Mm-hmm.
arc. And there's one more god, and I'm forgetting their name. I know there's five.
Okay, so you forgot about that duel. That is the god the magician
Mm-hmm.
worship.
Yep.
And then he's already dead, but there's Kagutsuchi, the fire
Yeah,
god.
Nekagutsuchi. So there's six gods.
She's gods that we know of, confirmed,
Yeah.
but there might be more
There is a total of six gods that we
that
know
we
of,
know of.
right? Not to mention
Hell
we
yeah.
have got.
Amaterasu isn't a goddess, it's an archbeing, I think. Wait a
Uh,
minute.
we'll figure that out later. But after that, we're going
Oh,
to our
yeah.
boy, the furriest of them
The
all.
myth, the legend, the brawler's husband.
the boy Ray.
The boy.
Isn't oh yeah, Abaddon, the god of gluttony.
Abaddon
Thank you, Cal for Night, Ryan. Thank you.
Abaddon, the all-consuming king.
Yeah, dude. Wow, I definitely forgot about him. Ooh, Maj's church. Who are they worshiping? There is yeah. Well, here we go. We got to go through all three forms of our boy Ray, so we'll probably do a summary on each.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Let's go from oldest to newest. So the oldest one is Lagrange.
Okay, so we're going.
So we know that Ray wasn't always Lagrange. He started off as normal Ray, and then with Lougseus' power, he was converted into Lagrange.
Yeah, all right, here we'll do his first. We'll read his first little thing just to build him up a little bit while Simi is doing his thing over there. So
I'm searching for that Amaterasu door.
I got you. All right. So here we go. You guys get to hear my voice for a little bit while Simi educates us on, because I actually want to know that too. So
Yes, it's a god.
Okay, so Amaterasu, so that's 7.
Amaterasu, the name of a god known for many words. It's a god.
Okay, so
we have 7 gods confirmed.
7 gods.
8.
8 gods.
With gods we have done.
Yes, so we have 8 gods confirmed so far. So here we go.
Yes, it's a god. It's not a being.
Okay.
Because being and god, it's not the same.
Okay, so a white-winged divine beast. The white-winged divine beast of Lougseus, god of ruin. Though Lougseus has been confirmed to have several divine beasts, perhaps none among them are more powerful than the winged beast called Lagrange. Most are unfamiliar with his name, as he has rarely appeared before humans and even disappeared beyond a certain time. But
okay, so which is this disappeared? Why did he disappear? Or was absent?
He got put in the doghouse.
Well, we know about this. We know why he disappeared.
He got put in the doghouse. He was a bad dog, bad boy.
So he was turned into Ray. That's why he disappeared, because he wasn't no longer Lagrange. So in his event lore,
yeah,
we know that he originates
What's up, DK?
from Florida. What's up, DK? Hello.
Hey, DK. We have Simi.
Yes, Amaterasu is a Japanese goddess, sister of Susanoo. We'll talk about Amaterasu. We'll talk about Amaterasu in a bit with Sarah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about right now.
So
we know that Lagrange originates from Cloudia.
Yeah.
And in Cloudia, they have to build a whole fucking wall used to restrain this dude, used to oppose to him, just to keep Grandar safe from Lagrange. They had to build a fucking wall.
Which I'm not gonna lie.
So the Grandar walls were built for Lagrange, and we'll talk about this in the arc tour. But I think it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, and even then.
Also, this whole lore, the whole Lagrange lore is like, I'm bored, I wanna fight.
Yeah, no.
You know what? I'm gonna kill this dude just because. And then telling Lougseus to his face, I don't care about you. I do my own thing. You don't know me. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You're not late 13.
You're not late 13.
You can still.
We're only an hour.
We'll still have plenty of lore to talk about.
We have what's it called? Will there be a test? Yes, there will be a test, DK. It's worth 25% of your grade. Yes. Open book, yes. You can scroll back through here. It'll be 25% of your grade.
Yes, we'll do a few questions after the class, after the lecture, and if you're not paying attention, you will not get the new unit.
You will not get the next unit that drops. You will not be allowed to summon.
Nor the units, nor the arc.
No.
We don't.
No units or the arc.
We're not responsible.
Actually, no. Your 4th anniversary luck is revoked if you don't pass the test with an 80 or above.
You will not. That unit you are waiting for, and wants in the game, it will not work.
Kalphanite is exempt because he got me a Amaterasu last night. Kalphanite is exempt.
BuzzFeed quiz
BuzzFeed
test.
test. You know what, Kalphanite? Now you got to take the test. Now you have to. You were exempt. Now I'm making you take the test. I'm being that teacher.
So yeah, the Divine Beast of Ruin, but he wasn't like brainwashed like the advocates of God. He had some level of autonomy, of at least the unit lore make it seems like so. Like he could do he defied Luke Mecca, which was another divine beast, and just wrecked it. And Lougseus, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a so plus I'll be honest with you. I wish they would have went with the Lagrange we fought when we were first going to fight Lougseus, like the all black and red Lagrange.
I think
I would have
nice
loved
that he has the God of Ruins colors, like the
red,
red
purple,
scheme.
gold.
But I confirm that it will be nice that instead of all white, it will be red and black instead of red and white.
Yeah, I'd.
But I get it. It's the army of ruin colors.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
So
they
yeah,
are. They are
more
red and white,
darker.
aren't they? They are all red and white, aren't they? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Mecha, the divine
Loud
beast,
make you
like the
Balmeet,
normal model.
Balmeet, Balmite. He has that same thing too.
Gaius in Arc 2 also has
Yes, he
that.
does. Gaius does have that. All right. So
But yeah, more overall dark theme.
yeah,
Like more black.
yeah. So
I expected more
yeah.
black.
So most are unfamiliar with his name as he has rarely appeared before humans and even disappeared beyond a certain time. Kyle. But when he has made an appearance on
No,
the
it wasn't
I mean
Kyle. It
Megas,
wasn't
Megas, Megas,
Kyle.
Megas, Kyle's daddy.
No, 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 no. It was Sarah who
Oh,
turned him into Ray.
it
We'll
was
talk about
Sarah.
that.
Yes, okay.
We'll talk about Sarah in her own time. But yeah, just scroll
The
this
real
because
maiden, the
this
real
is
maiden. All right. So the real
maiden.
maiden.
So yeah, don't read it. Just summary
Yeah,
because
okay.
if not, we'll be
Yeah.
here for another
Another
hour.
hour just talking about a character. So in summary,
No wonder.
in summary,
Summary.
Lagrange, not Ray, not Divine Beast Ray. Lagrange was the one that Lougseus sent if he just wanted things decimated. And he didn't really care about strategy. Oh, these people are becoming a nuisance. All right, Lagrange, go have fun. As if you weren't already going to go have fun.
Yeah.
Right? Right? He, for instance, his
Yeah,
event.
that last entry, Lougseus powers embodied. I think that sums it really, really
Okay,
well.
well, Peter, we'll read this.
What Lagrange and he enjoyed it. He enjoyed wreaking havoc
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
killing lots of things.
Yeah. So, matter of fact, since you summarized it, let's do it. While Lagrange brought merciless destruction to those who defied his master Lougseus, god of ruin, he never once did so through crafty plans or cheap tricks. Neither did he hesitate
He
to
just went straight.
neither did he hesitate to openly show disdain.
College PTSD.
College PTSD. Neither did he hesitate to openly show the disdain he felt toward those who did stoop to such methods, even if they were members of the Army of Ruin.
So here mentions once there was an advocate of God called Lougseus and promptings in all sorts of trickery, who snared enemy human forces in a trap, blah blah blah. Who is this talking about? We don't know
Yeah, we don't.
because he doesn't specify like. But the closest advocate that we know of from Lougseus is the Grook.
Yeah.
So it might be the Grook, but the fact that it says like it was like tricky and that it makes me think it could be Rabala.
Yeah, like I could see with the whole magic and it says it was a magical barrier, so you could.
Yeah, and there's this mist that she sets.
Yeah. Let me see.
But yeah, I don't think. Well, scroll down if there's a mention of this advocate, if it specifies a little more, because I think it did.
Yeah. So, yeah, the advocate of God practically grinned from ear to ear at the sight and sounds of the soldiers suffering from the deadly toxins, just happening to be at the same place at the same time. Legrain watched on silently for a moment. Then, in a flash, he demolished the magical implement that had produced the trap. So, Ray doesn't care if you're on his team.
The event. In the event, he literally says to the soldiers, okay, I'm gonna come in 1 week.
Yeah,
And if you're not ready, I'm going to decimate you all. And he does.
He literally gave them all a week to prepare. Like a force that could fight him.
Just for fun.
Like they literally said, hey. They literally said, hey, you all bore me, so I want you to grab every soldier you can.
The DMs are sleeping.
Oh my god, stop that. All right, you know what? Here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to use this device to look at DMs if I have to. So are we fixed?
Yep.
Are we fixed? We have Roy. I don't know if you know who Roy is, Simi, but the one who's like trolling around on live streams saying that like people are cheaters. So we're going to, cool, it's fixed. But yeah, no. So he gave them all a week. I'm sure everybody here has played it, but he gave them all a week and then came back and then was just like, I gave you a week. Now fight me. Oh, you're garbage.
Now fight me. Yep. Scroll down.
Got you.
We don't know. We don't need the details. Just go straight to the tease.
Okay.
Because if not, we're gonna have here 1 hour talking about one unit, and we don't want that. We'll do that when we talk about one unit. When talking about groups, let's sum it up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, well, okay, cool.
So to talk about all of them, and the podcast isn't like 4 hours.
Yeah, I got you.
We were like half an hour talking about Lagros, and we're another half an hour talking about Ray, just summing it up. So, yep.
Yeah.
We don't want this super long. We want this to be enjoyable for people.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lagrange, definitely.
Okay, let's talk now.
Do you want to go to Ray?
Definitely.
Or do you want to stay on Lagrange?
Let's do Divine Beast Ray.
DB Ray.
Wait, DB Ray.
The Thunder Pokemon.
The Thunder Pokemon. Well, shit. Before magical beast, before Ray, I wanna talk sum it up about the Divine Beast Malheim, Malmite.
Oh, Balmite, Balmeet.
Balmate.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
I don't know myself.
You don't know. That's good. But yeah, Balmate.
Okay.
Before we talk about DB Ray Balmate,
I'll switch
because
it to
it's
you.
the arc that dropped with Lagrange.
Yep. I'll switch it to you.
Something is no, I don't have it.
Oh, okay. Neither do I.
It's okay. We can use full like gold mine.
Oh yeah, we can use gold mine. Hold on. I will.
Yeah, we can use gold mine.
We have gold mine.
We have gold mine.
Okay.
Balmate. Fuck.
Here, we'll do this.
Divine Beast. Wait, we have the fuck in the important notes. In the Discord.
Yep.
I pulled the link to the art viewer.
Oh, the LC icons?
Yep. And there's the arcs. So we'll scroll all the way down and we should find... Divine Beast Small Game. There we go. I got it.
Turn all your pages to the section, the Balmite section.
Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. We have it. So, fuck. Oh my god. What the fuck? I just want to see this arc. Here we go. It's a little bit pixelated, but you get the idea. So.
Whoa, my DMs are alright. Cool. Now I can change it to the thing again.
Okay, so let's talk about this arc right here. Wait, I'm gonna change you to another. There we go. You can see it, right?
Go.
Yeah, you can see it. So, about this arc. Basically, a body of bodies. This is so gross to talk about because in the lore, it's like a lot of divine ball mate. But what I remember from the arc lore or
Ball
reading,
mate. Okay, it's ball mate. Okay, Ahmad Ali is ball mate. Okay, that's how we pronounce
yeah,
it.
it's all mate. I don't know how you pronounce that,
So like
but
ball and then M and then eight. So ball mate.
all
Yeah,
mate.
ball mate.
Yep.
Okay, Divine Beast ball mate.
Where's the
I read a bit of
lore?
his
Here we
lore.
go. I got the lore. I got the lore.
Okay.
I got the lore. Okay, so as one of Lougseus' God of Ruin's divine beasts, tremendous suffering upon humanity. It is a being with cavernous maw that spawns almost the entirety of this body and numerous endless tentacles that extends in all directions. So it's a body of bodies. When Malheim appears on the battlefield, it devours everything in his sight with its chest-bound mouth. Capable soldiers, beasts, and even fortress and castles. Holy shit!
Yeah, no.
Wait.
One of the stories in his lore that I read, which was freaking phenomenal, is there was a fortress.
Wait. I'll pass you. I'll pass you the link in here in the live chat.
Okay. There it is.
Wait, fuck. No, in the last Claudia
No,
chat.
I got it. Don't worry, I got it.
You just put Divine Miss Malheim into the chat, into the little cert and a lore.
Yeah.
Divine Miss Malheim lore, and just scroll up in the last Claudia story spoilers. But yeah, one of the best known is the Jubal Fortifications. I think you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Were collected in several fortresses that were constructed in a strategic position. Uh, for the Army of Ruin, it was also a strategic position. And then Valheim just devoured them one by one without pause. Holy shit, this guy is worse than Abaddon. My god.
Yeah, no. The entire thing, and it's not like he just, when people say devour, like it's not like when they say, oh, he devoured everything, like he just ran through, ate everything in his path. No, he literally ate the entire fortress.
That the enemy troops prepared to flee once they discovered that the main castle has been taken, but against Valheim's overwhelming power, they were left with no choice but to be completely annihilated.
Yeah, no, he didn't care.
Holy shit.
All he did, he literally ate. Like, imagine an army base. He like made of like stone and metal. He ate all of that.
And then I'm gonna shout out this last part of the lore because it has to do with Arc 2 and with the manga. And we're gonna talk about the manga in here too because it's the squad, right? And
Yeah.
that will be the closing end
Yeah.
of the last video. We'll talk about the manga. Despite the terrifying level of power the Divine Beast Malheim used during the intensifying battles between the Army of Ruin and human forces, a gun-slaying companion for Adel named Jade had a showdown with Malheim. The battle that unfolded between them has gone down in legends as truly epic.
Yes. We're gonna.
Who's this Jade you're talking about? We'll talk about him when we talk about the manga.
Yes. Yes. They are mentioned in the manga.
We'll talk about the manga on the closing and on the stream
Yep.
of this podcast. Okay, let's switch now onto Divine Miss Ray.
Okay. So I will do that now.
We podcasting now. We sure are.
All right. Cool.
We sure are podcasting. Okay, I'm gonna leave this open, this beautiful site, just in case we need it again.
All right, I'm going to switch it
And
back.
I'm gonna close my tab, and you pull
Yep, I
Divine
will.
Beast, right?
Yep, I will do this real quick. Put this back here.
We should have prepared, but don't worry, we've got the.
Okay, make sure that y'all can.
Oh, so this is the name and this is the arc. Okay,
Yep, there we go.
we're just seeing how the whole unit thing works. Okay,
Kami.
Divine.
What's up, Kami?
What's up, Cammy? We
Kami!
podcasting now. We sure are.
Will you,
You
will
be
all of
covering
you?
all in all Divine Beast?
Yes.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
When we talk about Lougseus and the Army of Ruin, we'll talk about the Divine
Yes.
Beasts themselves. So, Lukmekia, what else is there?
I mean, Divine Beast Ray, Luke Mechia, Divine Beast Ray, Balmite, and any other ones that they actually release between now and us actually talking about Lougseus, because we have an actual schedule of these things. So,
yeah, we do. But yes, we'll cover when we talk about Lougseus and the Army of Ruin, we'll cover Lukmek as well.
And
so, Divine Beast Ray. He's the Ray who was purified by Sarah, but he was always Ray. Reminded that Ray was born as Ray, but later turned into a grain, and then rebirthed back into Ray. So, Divine Beast Ray is just the normal or the normal version of Ray.
Yeah, like
the one he was born with. He was born like this, but then he was born as the magical beast Ray, but then granted power by Lougseus, and then there's this mid form between the magical beast Ray form and the Lagrange form. So this is like a mixed max of both of them combining into one. But they're not the same person. Like it is known in the story and in this lore that like Grain and Ray are not the same.
Yes, they are two different entities.
They're two different entities. And the prefix of God.
Yes, we will.
We'll talk about the prefix of God with Mia. And also the prefix of God arc that dropped with Adel. So we'll talk about that
that I pulled 3 times
in this podcast. Don't worry, guys. Just wait. We have to talk about Ray first, and then about Sarah, and then about Landis, and then about Adel.
Yeah, okay? we got a whole slew. We're in class today.
Yes, I know this first stream is just us
figuring out things, and the next one we do will be more streamlined, and we'll just be improving as we go.
Yeah. This is like how we want to do this, because we don't we were like, yes, do this, and didn't talk about this. Okay,
yeah, nah.
How are we going to do this?
Yeah,
so
this whole setup was made in 30 minutes. Just to let y'all, this whole setup was made in 30 minutes.
But yes, well, so what we settle on is we're going to do a little summary of the unit and the arc, and then when we talk about one particular person, one particular unit, like Mia's it's a separate thing from anyone else. We'll talk in depth about reading her lore and her arc lore and getting more in depth into it. And Devin also has his own podcast.
Yes.
Because nobody remembers Devin.
We remember everything.
But in groups, there's so much to cover, and we have to do a summary because it's too much, and we don't want to be here for fucking hours.
Yeah, so we're so legit.
Let's do summaries.
For it.
Just this TLDR, you missed this.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so Ray.
Magical Beast Ray?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're on. I don't have him fully awakened. Hello?
Don't worry.
There we go.
So, Divine Beast Ray is the Ray that fought with Adel and company when Sarah purified him. But he was born like this, like... This is so great. Let's Stop it, guys.
He should have been awake. I should have awakened him. I'm sorry, Ray. I apologize. Oh, camera focus.
Okay, so he was born like this, and then Divine Beast raised like a combination form. We'll talk about how this happened and how he regained his memories and his power. But in the Arc One summary podcast. But yeah, Divine Beast Ray, he woke up in the Brana ruins one day. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Who the fuck am I? Megas was like, hey, you want to take over my son? You want to make like a power figure? Sure, buddy. And that's what happened.
Yeah, nah. Like Ray. Yeah, he literally woke up confused and then happened to stumble. Not even stumble. Got stumbled upon by I think.
By Kyle,
Yes, got stumbled upon by baby Kyle, who was trying to defend his village from Beast, because I'm gonna be a knight.
We'll talk about
and
that.
He tried to
in the Arc One summary.
Yeah, he walked.
But yeah, he's just a fun guy. He likes to eat. He and still likes to battle. Like that between Lagrange and Ray.
I like to eat as well. I like Ray. Ray was my favorite character for a reason. We are friends.
So, but yeah, the fact that some things don't change between Lagrange and Ray, it means that in the inside, Lagrange is still Ray. Like they both like to battle. They both like to get dirty, right? Like they like to pick fights.
Yeah. And
we'll talk about the arc that dropped with. If you want to comment something else on Ray.
Ray is the big brother of the group.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely the big brother. Like all through the game, you see him have a one-on-one with everybody. With Daria, where he's like, listen, no matter what happens, I'm still me. And that's all that I know. When he talks to Lilibet, he's like, listen, just prove that you're strong. Stand on your own. Him and Zeku's kind of have that relationship where it's like the smart guy versus the strong guy. But the strong guy has says that one smart thing in the middle of the conversation. He's just like, stop that.
Also, he's like, he doesn't like to show his emotions.
No. He likes to show his hunger.
But the fact that he doesn't like to show it is because I think when he regained his memories as Lagrange and that I did so many crimes. I deserve the worst person imaginable. How's that? Yeah, may just be like, hey, what's up?
Hey.
He made a deal with. Okay, so when Mega stopped with Ray, he still was Divine Beast Ray. He still had his memories, and then made a pact with Sonia to have his memories and power sealed, just so he could be Kyle's babysitter again. Like when the right time comes, you'll regain your memories. That's crazy. Man's got sealed by a magic Pokemon. Man's memories got sealed by a magic Pokemon. Zekus also keeps his cold in the many deserts. Yeah, but Zekus is another.
Zekus also keeps him cold in the desert. I mean, hey.
But yeah, poor Ray. It's just, I think when he recovered his memories, he saw the group and saw the older group. Like, Sarah Theria, Adel Kyle, Landis Zekus, and Lagros Lilaha.
Yeah.
He saw his whole group, and that's why he cried during that scene when he recovers his memory. Like, fuck, I made the same friends, and that's why Lagros says, you managed to actually pull the same group over again.
Yeah.
Like, the same fucking one. Like, what the fuck, Ray?
Congrats.
Destiny, I guess. Destiny, I guess.
Congrats.
But yeah, and the fact that, Saran, Theria, and Spirit Maidens, and Sigas and Limbs are mages, and Kyle and Adel literally related.
Yeah. Another, they're all descendants of each other.
I think Lagros, when he saw that, like that parallel, was like, look, man, I don't know.
Hey, listen, and the funniest thing is that they're all descendants. Kyle is a descendant of Adel. Spirit Maiden Theria is that.
Well, it's not. It's hinted that Sarah and Theory are related, but it's not
Yeah, it's
canon
not
yet.
canon.
Like it's the same group of like they're both spirit maidens, but it's like their own. It's a title,
Yeah,
not
not
a
like
thing that you have to.
like a
You
bloodline.
have to be related to Sarah to be a
Yeah,
spirit
no, it's
maiden.
not like a bloodline trait. It's an actual thing. But like,
But we don't know if Segus and Ladies are
yeah,
related.
they're four gates,
We don't
and
know. We
they
don't know.
are.
We don't know Lagos and Level are not related, but they are
Yeah,
family.
they are fam. The
They are fam. And something else to want to say?
yeah the whole parallel. I think it more or less, I think the whole connection with Lagros and Lilibet is the fact that they're from the same area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah,
their
and the fact
connection.
that Rudo and Raval and Regal wanted to fight Luxeus, and Lagos had already defeated Luxeus,
Yep.
and then was like, "Hey, something happens to you, I'll take care of Lilibet."
Yep. And then
And it happened.
Zekus and Kyle's
Salea,
connection with each other, the fact that the four gates always serve the descendants.
sus. We'll talk about that, but it's when we talk about. Well, we can we can talk about that when in the
Yeah,
Kyle
in the Kyle
podcast, in
podcast.
the Kyle and Ray and Theory and Lilibet
Yeah.
podcast.
But
Salman,
I think that's it for
Salman
Ray.
has still secrets we don't know. Salman can tell the futures. They absolutely do know what's going to happen. Makes sense that they keep things to themselves. Salman's the some beast of memory, so no, that's not for Ray because we have to talk about Solaris because it's the
Oh,
arc that dropped with Divine Beast Ray.
and I don't have the arc.
You don't have the
No.
arc? I don't either. Let's do this again. Where's the
Yeah.
Solaris?
I've been trying to get Solaris since it dropped. That arc does not want to come home.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen again.
All right, and I will do.
Where's the
I will.
Where's this screen? Wait a minute.
I will do this handy dandy transition.
Okay, here we go. Please. Thank you.
And time for the handy dandy transition that I learned how to do.
Okay, here we go. Pixelated. You get the idea.
Don't worry, hold up. This is the handy
Okay,
dandy.
this is interesting.
Handy dandy transition.
What is this? What are we seeing here?
What do you mean?
What are we seeing here?
So this fortress, if people don't remember, is the same fortress that our boy Davin showed up to help Kyle and friends on when we got that one-time CGI.
Is that no. It's not that. It's the one that Kyle and company were in when that happened.
Yeah. You know when we got that one-time CGI that they never gave that they never did again?
Except when they enter Adan. When they
Yeah.
enter Adan, there's also CGI.
So my bad, the one of two times that they gave us a dope CGI and then never did it again.
The 3 times because the beginning cutscene.
I don't count. That's a summon animation. All right, blow it up.
No.
You gotta blow it up. It's small.
You need lore? I can drop some in the Discord if necessary. Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. I posted the link to the Discord in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Into the lore centered Discord.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm trying to important notes. Where is this? Okay, I'm gonna pull this over here. Sorry if I'm in like this.
Oh.
Solaris. Fuck. I want arcs. Solaris. Okay. Oh, random Spanish showing up.
Hmm.
Lore. Okay, we don't have the
We don't
lore.
have the
Oh
arts.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a fortress that was constructed in Pandora in Morgana and was made for reaching down and how people get to Lougseus. The way it works is so interesting because what it needs is the elemental arcs and a power from a spirit maiden to only to work. And also the fact that you can teleport inside it from the facility it was built in. So we know it was built in Pandora and then was moved into into Morgana. Hello, Kalphanite. Welcome to the Discord. You can drop the lore in the lore channel. I'm gonna give you charge attendance.
No worries, we're having fun. We're glad you're having fun.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're putting it all. But yeah, the
And
fact
actually,
that
if anybody else
this
wants it, I will send the link into the chat. If anybody else wants to join this Discord will more than likely be focused. It'll be not completely. It'll be mostly lore focused.
lore focused.
So for everybody to
join in the lore podcast.
if you want to talk about the lore of pixel art, we're here.
But yeah, the fact that this was constructed in Pandora and Fakes knew about that, and the fact that you can teleport from Pandora into the fortress as an emergency thing, it's so interesting.
Yeah, and you know
like they had this whole system just to get to this fortress because that was how important was to reach the land of ruin.
Yeah, and
And
you know the fact that it has a giant cannon at the bottom of it.
and the fact that you need the elemental arc power, so natural power, right? Like the nature power. So it needs a lot of power, but not only that, it needs the spirit maiden power to function. So what the fuck? What is this? Adel?
Yeah, no, it's
So crazy, so crazy. Hello, Manji. Welcome to the Discord.
we got people
I'm gonna
joining
give
the
you
Discord.
a
Welcome.
and so yeah, insane fortress right here, and
Ajikli.
also it was a living city. This people lived in this. It was built to live inside it. So it was like an emergency UFO. Like, look, if the world is going to be over and Lucis is going to destroy it, let's build a home so we can keep surviving it, okay?
Yeah, let's
And
sustainable energy.
this is the emergency airplane. And and I think that's the whole reason Roland knew about it.
Yeah, that yes. Because and it was also the only I know it's magic. Leave me alone. I'm gonna keep calling you Magic.
It's magic.
I'm gonna keep calling you Magic. But yeah.
But yeah. So crazy.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay. Okay. Something else to talk about this?
Well, Lambda I think is on here as well. The defense system,
Lambda.
the giant the world boss.
Yeah, Lambda is in Solaris. But yeah, it was built like if there was an intruder in this home, as an emergency, like getting into this and making it work. But imagine there's an intruder or in the army of ruin or something like that. So they had this emergency system just in case it was invaded, so we could protect the people.
Now you know what's crazy about that is that we seen the same models in Arc 2. But apparently they're twice as destructive.
Yeah, I think it was because it's the same technology or it's based on the same technology.
Mm-hmm.
And how the fuck did it? Like, it's like the Radman Ring situation. How the fuck did something from a Granzelia get it to Claudia?
It's love it.
Okay, let's talk about Sarah. The
Sarah,
ultimate wife.
the OG maiden. Oh yeah, hour 30 minutes in, guys. Simmy, Simmy,
I wanted to shout my
come
screen
on,
down.
Simmy.
I didn't
Wow, that was
I got too excited.
that was beautiful. That was awesome. That was awesome. We're gonna have to work on these transitions.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was funny. All right, here we go. Last Cloudia. Oop. Okay.
Okay.
So let me.
You have Sarah.
Yep,
Sarah, right?
oh yeah, I have Sarah. Hold on. I gotta go. I was dying. I couldn't even transition correctly.
Don't worry.
Sarah, who was
Where is
protected by the
Sarah?
sun god,
Amaterasu.
whose arc I just got. So
Oh, so you can pull the arc too.
I don't have.
To talk
Hey,
about
listen. I
Amaterasu.
don't have it. I don't have it completely
I
level.
got the arc.
Yeah, you got the arc lore. Okay,
Sarah.
cool. So I can pull up the picture because I definitely don't have a level because I'm out of red souls from leveling up
Yeah,
Melee Mare and
I
prefects.
got the Amaterasu lore here.
All right, cool. So her.
I got it. In.
Okay.
I got it.
All right, cool. So we have.
Okay.
So Sarah. So go ahead, Simi.
Sarah. Sarah is I think Scapholite for the Sky Fortress Laris lore. I don't see it anywhere, but I'm sure it's there. If you can pull up the.
Oh, I got it. I see it.
Okay, you see.
Yeah, it's in links. He has Adel lore, Talfonite posted, Sky Fortress. Yep, there it is. It just pulled up. It all just pulled up. Jesus.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so we're done talking about Solaris. We're talking about this girl.
You want to pull up the Amaterasu lore? You can't, Cal.
Amaterasu, yes, please. If you have the Amaterasu lore, we will appreciate you posting it. So Sarah, the original maiden. Let's talk about her.
All right.
So Sarah is a world traveler. She can travel between worlds, and she travels from world to world, trying to see who can defeat Lougseus. Because to see, at least what I've seen, if she's a world traveler and she wanted to defeat Lougseus, she is from Granzelia. She originates from Granzelia.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to search for someone, for a hero that could defeat Lougseus, and she went world to world to world,
I need a
searching
hero.
and searching. I need a hero.
I need a hero in the end of the night. They gotta be strong and they gotta be...
Until she reached a certain world and met Adel and Landis, because they were together.
Mm-hmm.
And she met them and were like, you two are coming with me to my world. So she yanked them over Granzelia, and Landis and Adel descended into Granzelia. And then there's the whole Luke Band thing. So what we know of the whole Luke Band thing is that Sarah gave her life to seek Lougseus into Adel. But what isn't said is that she probably got sealed as well, and that's the reason she's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Ilsaria. What the fuck is like? It's the light of hope and dreams, and what gives like 3 of the main cast their powers. Like, what is this light? Where it originates from? What is it? It's a power, but granted by Amaterasu. Is it a power that Sarah has? Is it some? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what Ilsaria is or what it is exactly, but Sarah was like trapped within it. She was sealed among Lougseus in Elsaria, and that's what kept her alive 3,000 years. And she's the only viable unit that we have that has an explanation of why is she alive after 3,000 years. Like Linus doesn't have an explanation why is he alive after 3,000 years. Uh, well, we do, but the explanation is a little bit weird. We'll talk
Okay.
about it. And then Adel, it also has another explanation, but it's like, what the?
Whole bunch of time jumping. They're messing with the time stream. They're on that. They're on that Marvel
But
DC.
yeah.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Friggin'
But yeah.
everybody apparently has a time stone in this thing. Doctor Strange would be livid right now.
But yeah. Anything else you want to add into that?
So I this is sort of lore, sort of headcanon. I believe that the reason that her, I'm gonna call it a persona or a stand, is Amaterasu is because the Amaterasu is the sun goddess. She was basically the one that when you pray to her, she'd bless you with like warmth. If you needed sun for the harvest, to heal your wounds, all that sunshine and all that. I believe that the reason they have her behind Sarah is because a spirit maiden is supposed to be a warming figure. It's supposed to be a woman, I guess, or a person that you can go to, and you know that they will do their best, or they will make everything all right. Because that's what Sarah is the healer. If you in game, if you die, she can bring you back. She's buffing your damage. She's enabling you to go further than you are before. Why she called the spirit of binding is because she filled Lougseus. Yes, because if you
that's right.
If you notice, Lougseus said, "I will relax. I'll chill out." This is me paraphrasing. I will stop, harming the humans of this pathetic world for a time. He didn't say forever. For a time, if you give me the power of the Spirit Maiden, if you give the Spirit Maiden to me, I, Lougseus, will back up. Right? Like he would chill because that power is the yin to his yang. It is the opposite of him. It is what can keep him contained.
That makes sense.
It can keep him contained. So
mm-hmm.
Theria, without knowing it, technically had the same power as Sarah. And if she knew how to use it, which you saw what she did with Kyle and Ray, she sent them to a different dimension. She sent them to Arc 2. They got isekai back into their original homes. They got reverse isekai. Sarah locked Lougseus in that black circle. She did that, and those pillars was how he was drawing power to get out. That's why she's called the Spirit Maiden of Binding, but that's her whole role, right? And Calvin, I thank you for uploading the Amaterasu lore. I will let Simi take over that, and I will do my due diligence and pull up my...
Okay, so Amaterasu, it's a goddess. And it's said here that her clothing is similar to Otherworld Megrona. And we know that each god has their own world. Like Bax has Granzelia, Lilaha has Cloudia. So maybe Amaterasu is Megrona's goddess. Like she is the goddess that the fact that Sarah can teleport in dimensions says something about how powerful she is. Yes. She is really OP. But you know who else is OP? This arc.
Listen.
Amaterasu
as a character, when she's gonna
when Amaterasu encounters a world full of atrocities and hatred, she manifests in that world and gathers the power of her light until it engulfs the entirety of the world. I cleanse this corrupt world with the power of my light. No evil in the world can escape the power of Amaterasu's light. So I think that Elsaria is Amaterasu's light.
Yeah. Oh, that would be interesting. And I could see why. Because her whole thing is purging evil entities from various worlds. So maybe her light wasn't enough this time, and she's waiting, and she needs to.
You can talk about it. We're in the podcast.
So it could be stated, or it could be theorized that Homegirl pulled up, saw what Lougseus was doing at the time, and as you can see with her character art, her light is disintegrating literal demons and dark forces are just going to dust. You know, they're having that Spider-Man and Avengers, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, right?
Okay, so he says that such light it's not a light that grants purification and blessings. It destroys.
Yes. So maybe.
And then she says, okay, peace out. And after declaring this, just goes into another world.
So yeah, no, definitely. It could definitely be theorized that when she came to Granzelia, when she came to Granzelia, she wasn't able to like purge it as easily as others, and she had to find Sarah, or find if there was a spirit maiden before Sarah, find that spirit maiden, and then it came to Sarah, and
maybe she couldn't manifest because of Lougseus' influence or something.
He had too much strength.
And she chose like a chosen one, and we're like, you.
Yeah.
I'm working alongside you.
Yeah, had too much strength, and so now what we're doing, we're probably building up to meeting other gods, because we've met a couple of deities so far. Like let me see, we met a deity devourer, Zlorg, devourer of gods. So there's a chance that we could actually end up talking to other gods. We talked to Lougseus. I could see us talking to Amaterasu if she is, the goddess of light. I could see us even talking to Lilaha. So.
Okay, so here says a tale that Amaterasu was lied to by a tribe, and she destroyed another tribe that this was in contract. After being away for a long time, Amaterasu learned the truth of the situation, and she could not abide their actions and decided that a punish for their deception was necessary. And she removed all the light from that world. The tribe was left to slowly die out in eternal darkness.
Don't lie to a goddess. Don't lie to a goddess. You see a nice lady as she asks you a simple question and she has floating stuff behind her. Tell her the truth. Might save your life.
So this is, I think, what's depicted in here is like her banishing the Abels, but here it says that Sarah's first encounter with Amaterasu was not in Granzelia, but in another world. Could be Megrona, the original world from Amaterasu. Could be Claudia. Could be Lilaha, or it could be another world that we don't know of. Amaterasu granted her protection to Sarah and conferred upon Sarah the ritual item that proved her as personally recognized by Amaterasu. The strange connection between them is unknown. However, it is thought that Sarah's own spirit is close to that of Amaterasu, that the connection must be somehow related. That's what it says.
Yes.
So yeah, don't mess with any goddess and don't lie to them.
Yeah. Tell the truth to all nice ladies.
And let's switch into Landis.
Our boy.
The body snatcher.
Oh, no, no, not his board. Not his board. Not his board. I don't have it finished yet. Stop. All right, cool.
Where is this?
There we go.
Apple Nexus. Calphonite, if you can, well,
I also have
have
Appel
it
Nexus.
here. Apple Nexus, nice. If you can pull the lore of behind Apple Nexus,
We'll know that we'll have to grab the. Okay, yeah, I'm taking notes of what's going on in here so that we know what to grab next time. We can just put it in order.
See. The Icebound.
Oh, crap, I can't even.
Reroll.
I can do this. This is what I can do.
Nope. No lore. No lore about Ice Nexus. Yikes. Calphonite, if you can pull the arc lore. But yeah, we need to prepare for the next one and have it at least set, already.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about Landis. So, Landis is a mage. That's his whole thing. But he's not just your ordinary mage. He's a really powerful mage, and he's in the peak of magic. And we know that he's from the same world as Adel is, which may or may not have. You got the lore. Dojo, do you have the lore for Apple Nexus? Do you have that arc?
I have the arc.
level
Yes,
set?
I pitied both of
But
them.
do you have it? Do you have the lore?
I do. I'm. Hold on.
Okay, we do have it.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm going to.
You search. I will talk about Landis.
Okay.
So Landis, he's Adel's best friend. He's his childhood friend. He might be more than that. In his unit lore and in his event, he talks so highly about Adel, like he takes care about him. He he keeps him in bay, right? Adel is this hyperactive, go-lucky, and Linus is like the owner with the leash, like, hey, don't do it. But he will go with Adele and do whatever he does. Like, yes, no. But instead of pulling a leash, he does what Adele does. Like, if he wants to fight someone, he's like, okay, I'ma fight them with you. If he wants to do something, okay, I'ma do it with you. When they're not together, he misses him. Like, he misses Adele when they're not together and worries about him a lot. And
The lore is up.
thank you. And whenever Lenius talks about Adele, it's more like they have a weird relationship going, if you know what I mean. I don't wanna say anything. I don't wanna say anything. But both his unit and Arc Lore are centered about Adele, are centered in Adele, like Adele this, Adele that, and went to Adele everywhere. He was like his shadow. He slapped her like, wherever you go, whatever you do, I'm going to be there.
That
I'm going to
bromance.
support you in when Adele married Sarah. Linus was like, "That's so cool! Tell me everything! Oh my God, yes, my best thing's getting married." But to me, I think he was. But he was at least I think it was hinted that he was a little bit sad, like why? And I think it was because headcanon might be canon, but what we're saying is that Linus has a really affectionate feeling to Adele.
No.
Might be love.
Calphinite.
Might be.
Only
Linus. Yes, they were.
Wait, Linus was an orphan?
Yes,
Oh.
in the manga they say that Adele and Linus were orphans that were taken in the same house. So yes, Linus is an orphan.
Okay.
And like Adele, they're both orphans, and they were raised by the same dude. We don't know his name yet in the manga. Oh, Cam, thank you. But yes, they are living under the same roof. They always live together. They're like more brothers. It's more brotherly love. But from Linus, at least he shows in his unit and event lore that it's a little bit more than that.
What's crazy
You
is
know,
that the lineage literally says that his whole line, like his whole bloodline, the four gate bloodline, was made
no,
to serve descendants of
He's
Adel.
not. He's not from the Forgate. At least that we know of, he's not a Forgate. Because if he was, he could open the door to the
He
Conjurer Gate, and he
could.
didn't take us to do that.
Oh, that's weird. Then why did he say we are always meant to serve descendants of Adel?
Maybe he was the first Forgate, but doesn't consider himself a Forgate.
I get it. I get it. Like a
Or maybe the Forgates were like close friends. You know, the families who
right,
were close
right,
friends.
right.
And he's not a Forgate, but he considers himself to be a Forgate, but he's
Yes.
not in the bloodline.
Yes.
Maybe a situation like that, you
Yeah,
know.
I can understand that.
hmm And also about the body snatcher thing is that Lennius, at least the original body of Lennius, has he's the only one that didn't disappear after the Great War of Ruin. He's the he kept active as part of the leader of the Silver Society. And we know by chapter 2 of Plays that he's in at least in another body.
Mm-hmm.
hmm So might be snacked like he's in another dude's body, or maybe it's like he made one somehow. I don't know.
Magic.
And also magic,
Magic.
magic. And also we know that he made a mysterious deal with Zekis, and we don't know what the deal is. But maybe it's you'll lend me your body.
I
It's
wouldn't
the
be
most
surprised.
high theory. The most highly thought theory is that Lennius wants Zekis' body. Imagine word that the Archerman family in it Attack on Titan.
I know what you're referencing, and that's funny because it could be true.
What's that about,
So,
Dojo? For
uh,
for the ones that do not
all right, Jesus, I
actually
haven't watched Attack on Titan in a long time. So, uh,
being compelled to serve Adele in the Adele bloodline. I don't
yeah. So essentially, the way it works is like I'll just say I'm not gonna say the edgy character, but the real standoffish
know.
character is always supposed to serve the plucky dumb idiot and make them the
Okay,
hero.
okay, got it.
So it's basically like, hey,
Okay,
you want power? Well, this power is reserved for serving the descendants of this bloodline.
yeah.
So
Sega's we serve both Roland and Kyle.
he did,
That's
and they're both
both
descendants.
Segas.
Okay.
And they're both descendants
All
of
right.
them.
I pull out this
Okay,
Appel Nexus.
do you have anything else to talk about, Linus?
Um,
Here?
on a lore tip, the okay, no, not even on the lore tip. Story wise, dealing with Simi's guild, the Silver Society. How come there's only two people in the Silver Society? Why is it only him and
That we
Zax?
know of. That we know
That
of.
we know of. There's only them. You can't be a society with two people now, unless the rest of Simi's guild is out on missions during that whole time that Zekos was in there. I have a problem. I have a problem with that. Secondly, this man is probably the drippiest mage we've ever had.
Mhm.
And honestly,
Uh,
I wish they would have made made more like this book thing. I wish they would have made it like an actual weapon class, because we see a lot of people like using books and stuff. So it'd be cool to have like a unit
yeah.
whose equip is a book
We should have book
as a
unit,
weapon, bro.
as a weapon.
It's a weapon type for like
I think
enchanters, because we have mages and now we have enchanters.
And actually intended adults equipment. Yes, yes. I'm gonna read it. This.
Okay.
I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read.
Oh,
this.
the
What
repair.
was it?
Yeah, go ahead.
No. The rear note. Adele's page. Where's Adele's page?
Oh,
Here
I
we
have
go.
it. I have Adele Spades.
Shh, shh, Shut up. No, keep Lennius.
Oh,
Keep
okay,
Lennius
okay,
in.
okay.
Grand. This is from Adel Spades. Uh, from the from the armor. Uh, from the armor. No, it's the sword, right? Here we go. It is. It is said that uh, it was later the blade that got destroyed again in the battle against the god of ruin. It was later repaired by a mage who joined his party, Adel's party. It is said that these repairs brought the hidden magical power of the blade, increasing its power beyond its previous level. And in the armor, it says um, maintenance and adjustments during his travels were handled by his mage friend. According to the friend, the armor was specially made, blah 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 blah.
Adele is a blacksmith confirmed.
So yeah, Lennius
I said
did
Linnaeus. Adele. Linnaeus is a
yes,
blacksmith confirmed. A
Lennius is
magical blacksmith.
it's a little bit of blacksmith. Yeah,
And now
it's a little bit of. And now the arc.
that I have
Dot org.
I have a bad I
So
have a
Dojo, you have the you've read it, right?
oh I've read it. Yeah, no, I had I freaking pitted Linnaeus and the Ark. I had to read it.
This fucking thing. What even is this? We don't know. It's just a being. Its form, a bizarre mass of repulsive living thing.
Yeah,
Somewhere in an other world, it withers. It still withers in the shadows. What this other world is, we don't know yet, but wow.
so
It's just an amalgamation of things.
it, though magical. So what's crazy is that it's not like it's only flesh, it's actually machine as well, because literally it says
Yeah, it has mechanical parts, right?
yeah, because it literally says through magical and mechanical methods its form, well no, I'm talking about the way it was frozen. It's saying through magical and mechanical methods its form has been frozen and its power sealed away. It would seem at first glance that this power is being deftly managed by humans. However, there are others who know differently. This hideously terrifying masked existence is not a simple thing. Within this squirming amalgamation of blah 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 blah. Amalgamation of living parts is an enormous power. If the strength of its seal were to weaken for even a moment, it would undoubtedly spring back forth into action. All living things would Dale and Sun would surely be unable to escape its fate of extinction. Which means that this gothic horror, this
a cosmic, literally a Tulian cosmic horror.
Cthulhu's little brother.
Legit.
Cthulhu's little brother is literally the definition of don't blink. Like if everything isn't managed 100%.
Also, the fact that mages and warriors alike,
yes,
only managed to quell it and not defeat it, and only Lennius with his power was able to seal it or contain it. Not seal it, but contain it in a facility, in a special facility, just to contain it.
Yeah, like I mean, like not even like like even then.
So this thing is still there. This thing could break free.
It's still alive, and I wouldn't.
So this could be a boss in the future.
Yeah, literally, and yet Calvinite's pointing it out: tentacles, wings, arms, legs,
and fun fact:
faces.
this isn't like a divine beast or no. It's just a thing We don't know. We don't even know what this
We
is.
don't know where it came from. It's just here, and it's a problem.
Just there. It's just there. Like, what the fuck
And
is this?
and
It
Linnaeus stopped it. He didn't kill it. He didn't defeat it. He didn't slay it. He
just
stopped it.
restrain it.
He stopped it. That's all that he
Restrained
did.
it.
He stopped it.
That's how he could do.
Hey, he couldn't beat it. He could stop it. He could freeze it. And then, just as an added measure, which this was probably done before, they had like chained it up just to restrict its movements, which is probably the only reason Linnaeus was able to freeze it. And the crazy part about it is if you look in the middle, that beating, that red pulsating, that's its pulse waiting to be released. So I doubt that this thing is even blue. I feel like this thing is like just a black mask, a black or red mask of just
No, it's alive.
just
It's
just
alive.
just destruction, just waiting for its moment.
Release, yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if through what is it, Zax, Linnaeus, and Zekus's story,
Yeah.
next thing you know,
I mean, Sykes and Sykes are literally. We'll talk about this.
Yeah.
Are literally right now in between dimensions.
facts.
Like they could reach the other world where this is sealed. We don't want that, but
Yeah, listen, if they go to that other world, just know that boss fight is about to be atrocious. Huh.
I don't want
The
to
next
jump
what is it? The next three party battle is Appel Nexus. Everybody get ready.
Get ready.
Have fun.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
I don't know if Abaddon would be jealous.
I
or
hope we
proud.
fight him as a super boss, like Vox. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Hey, listen. If we do, I just want you to know each phase is gonna be worse than Voss.
Yeah.
He's just gonna freeze units because he can.
Okay, so I think it's time to talk. Have you heard about
Our Lord and Savior.
the myth, the legend, the true protagonist of Last Cloudia? Adel.
Why isn't he speaking? Hold on. We gotta hear the line.
This is
ぼーっとして
the time.
どうしたんだ
Yep.
There we
Yeah,
go.
let me turn it up. I gotta turn it up. We need to.
俺もラグのボスじいさんに教えてもらった
We gotta.
無駄だよくわかんなかったん
Turn
だ
the voice.
There we go. We gotta hear this man speak. Everybody must acknowledge who he is.
Let him. No, boys, just boys, just just.
腹が減ったなうまい店知ってるか
boys.
怖いみんなが苦しめられてるのを見て
I don't hear it.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe because I have this. Okay, yes, he's talking.
Yeah.
I just have.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
I
yeah,
just have the stream on mute.
Okay.
I just have the stream on mute.
Mhm. But here we go. Boom.
So, Adel.
I haven't read his lore because I wanted to.
Adel, you have.
I wanted to read it.
lore?
I wanted to read it live with everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna pass the Adel lore and the.
Oh, I was just gonna do it like this.
lore.
I was just gonna do it like this. With our boy.
Oh, like.
You think Appel Nexus is being held under the city?
What city?
Bye bye Grandar.
Oh shit!
Bye bye Grandar. Because if that's the case, bye bye Grandar.
Yep.
That is the
Okay,
end of Grandar arc.
Dojo.
We're going to season 3. Grandar's.
That's Adel lore.
Oh, you sent it?
And
Oh, yep, I got it.
Yep. And
Here, I'll pop it up like this. Then we'll have our boy.
prefect of lore arc. Okay, I have the prefects of God ready.
Okay, so
But I have my thoughts in here.
okay.
So yep. Okay, Adel lore. I have my thoughts in here as well. I did like a little reaction to Adel's lore.
Okay.
Adel lore. Okay, here we go. Reading Adel's lore.
Okay.
Okay, the mysterious sense of purpose. What the fuck it is. So here in the lore says that the fact that he wanted to defeat Lougseus and his voice actor has more protagonist energy than Kyle. He's voiced. Fun fact: Adele is voiced by the same voice actor that of Kirito.
S S SOA SOA. Yes.
He's the same voice actor than Kirito. If Father finds April Nexus, he's gonna release it just to play with it.
That's a toy. That's a toy that he's not gonna want to play with.
Let's not bring that. But yeah,
Please.
the mysterious sense of purpose that Adele is being driven. We'll talk about that.
Okay. Here, let's.
In his own podcast.
Yeah. Let me read the lore, Simi. Let me do it.
Yeah. Read the lore. But yeah, the fact that he mentions that he has a mysterious sense of like what is this? Here we go. While the heroic deeds performed by Adele are nigh uncountable, those who fought alongside him attest that he seemed to be driven by some mysterious sense of purpose. However, none of them could ever quite place what sense of purpose was exactly.
All right.
What is this? What does this mean? What the fuck? Like, was this destiny? Was he the chosen one? Where his did he have like prophetic dreams where he defeated Luxus? I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
But we will soon. And me and Simi will be the first ones to cover it.
I sure hope it does.
Okay, so Granzelia's greatest hero.
Don't read all of it again.
I'm reading all of it. Everything.
Spare the people.
Nah, now it's lecture time. Congratulations, we're going through all of it. Granzelia's greatest hero, active during the Great War of Ruin, despite coming to Granzelia from another world. I wonder where.
I wonder where.
Adel has become so renowned that nearly all people in the world today know his name, in both reputation and reality. He can be called the greatest hero throughout all Granzelia. It would not be an overstatement to say that Adel led the forces of humanity to victory during the Great War of Ruin. Now, what's crazy about this, I'm going to stop right here.
Mm-hmm.
All those forces would also include Mia and her Phantom Crows. But we'll talk about them later.
No, because they're talking about the forces of Lougseus, right?
No. In this one, he's talking about like the forces of humanity. So remember when Mia and them released, they were also with the forces, but they were fighting Rabalis Pet. Okay. Yeah. Historical researchers posit that without Adel, a global empire like the Aldanian Empire would have never been established in Granzelia. And
of course, because it was Aldel, his son, who established it.
Exactly.
But without him, it wouldn't be possible.
In fact, a great number of them speculate that the God of Ruin's forces would still rule over the world if it were not for Adel's actions.
Correct,
Obviously.
Because it was him along with Sarah who, sealed Lougseus.
Yes. While the heroic deeds performed by Adel are nigh incountable, those who fought alongside him attest he seemed to be driven by some mysterious force, as Simi said, and none of them could ever place what it is. What is this mysterious force? Now, Simi, do you have a theory? I feel like you have a theory and you want to share it.
Wait. I'm gonna post this in the live chat.
Okay, I want to see. What I want to see.
Where is it? Semi stickers.
I want to see what Simi's theory. While Simi does that, I'll start the second one. Or did you? They posted it. Okay, hold on. Let me go here.
Live chat.
This is why I have my phone with me so that I don't have to. So that the DMs don't. I have a theory. Hold on. Hold on. I got you. I'm going to do something funny. Where is it at? Where is it at?
That's a sticker I have. I also have a that's Amber did that.
Amber. Oh.
I also yes, but I have this ones, and then Amber did also this one.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do something funny.
And then there's the blank ones if you want to post.
Yep. I don't know if I can't do it. I can't do it live. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, nah, I can't do it live. I can't do it live. Don't worry about it. I can't do it live. All right, I won't do the funny thing. It would have been funny. I was gonna have your sticker just pop up on the side randomly, like I have a theory, but it won't work. It won't work. Okay.
Just save it.
Oh, if I save it, they're gonna see the DMs. That's why I'm not saving it right now.
Oh, that's right.
Don't worry. Hold up. I figured out a workaround. I figured out the workaround.
Oh, the Love Hunter. Yes. So, yes, I have a theory.
Go ahead. Say the theory while I do my little workaround.
So, like I said before, I think Adele had some sort of prophetic dreams, or Lilaha. We know that helped Adele, and she in his dreams, like we see with Adele and Kyle, right? Like Adele helping Kyle while he's in limbo or sleeping. So Lilaha did that to Adele, like, hey you gotta defeat Lougseus. You gotta. And I think it was Lilaha like saying, hey you gotta defeat Lougseus. You gotta. Come on, do something. Come on. And that's the mysterious sense of purpose. So Little means sons and friends, and Sarah has the spirit of the sun, and Sarah is a little small. No brainer there, of course. Like Sarah, what am I going to name my son? I'm blessed by the goddess of the sun, so Soleil. Why not? No brainer.
There we go.
And also Lilaha may be like the goddess of light. You know?
Yep.
Like Amaterasu, or I have a theory. But yes, I think it was Lilaha. Lilaha was the one that drove this sense of purpose into Adel.
Yeah.
Lilaha is speaking to him into his dreams or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
End of the theory.
End of the theory.
You can. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's a screenshot, right?
Yeah, I'll worry about it later. I'll fix it later. But it's fun. I mean, that it worked. So here we go. Latent Power. Switching back into the lore. Documentation of Adel before he came to Granzelia is sparse, and there is much that is still unknown about that time. However, what is known is that in order to hone his skills, he often held tests of strength against the enchanter Landis, his childhood friend, and later traveling companion. Surprisingly, at that time, Adel would often be overwhelmed by Linnaeus' powerful sorcery, meaning Linnaeus won these battles more often than not. Afterward, however...
Pause there. Reference to the manga.
Reference to the manga.
In the manga, we see Adel struggling against Linnaeus.
Ooh.
We see him but keep reading, because this is important. Keep reading.
Okay. Surprisingly, at that time, Adel would often be overwhelmed. I already read that part. Afterward, however, Adel began to show glimpses of the heroic deeds he would go on to do, as he again and again revealed signs of superhuman power.
Like ripping trees from the ground.
Yeah, because,
Just casually.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, I glanced at Adel's lore slightly, and I saw that, and I was just like, oh. Man's doing some gardening, some advanced gardening. So in later years, Linnaeus would go on to say the following about their useful test of strength against each other. It is true that I bested Adel more times than he did me, but even in those days, he had tremendous power. Though I tried not to show it, every one of our battles was a desperate struggle for me. There was no room to make even the smallest mistakes.
Landis, the greatest mage that at least we know lore wise
Yes.
that could just hold Maja and Shira struggled against this boy.
The one who stopped Upheld Nexus was struggling against him.
Struggled against Adel. Just to show you how powerful he is.
So, meeting with a princess. While
Mhm.
Adel defeated many of the God of Ruin's forces during the Great War of Ruin, it is not his only feats in battle that determine his greatness. It is said that some of his greatest achievements came in the form of influence he had on various heroes and eminent figures. This is also important because the people affected by Adel went on to shift the tides of the Great War of Ruin and consequently the postbellum history of Granzelia. And as you
So after the
after the war.
Mhm.
So, perhaps one of the most famous examples of someone who was influenced by Adel was the first princess of the Holy Kingdom, Odell.
So Lila.
The princess was famed for rallying public opinion on Granzelia against the god of ruin. However, legend has it that just before she was meant to meet with Adel, an incident occurred. On the day of the meeting, Adel and his
So it seems like Adele has an incident with meeting females. First with Sarah, like we see in the manga, how they met with the accidental kiss, and then this with the princess of Odell, Lila. He has like this sort of weird thing, right? Like meeting the people in weird situations.
yes. On the day of the meeting, Adel and his companions were waiting in the chambers of the holy castle Adel for the meeting to begin, when suddenly Adel heard from the soldiers that a nearby village's castle was under siege from beasts. Adel wanted to rush to the village, but he realized it wasn't possible to cancel the meeting with the princess, which would almost surely have a major influence on world affairs. However, Adel being Adel, he couldn't just leave the village to be
Adele being Adele.
just
It's like Kyle being Kyle,
being
Adele being
Adele.
Adele.
He couldn't just leave the village to be attacked either, which Kyle would probably do the same thing and be like, hey, listen. I know this meeting is important, but even so, with a quick be right back to his companions, Adele left the castle to head towards the village under attack.
BRB.
When he arrived, he found bands of beasts rampaging the village while a lone female archer opposed them. This elegant yet mysterious archeress deftly deflected beast attacks and loosed a bevy of arrows.
So that was Lila. That was
Yeah, spoiler. Lilaha.
With the bow that she has, and then she was just right.
Adele drew his sword and called out to her. I'm here to help. I'm going to take them all out in a flash. Huh? Okay. Do it if you can. While the female archer was perplexed with the arrival of this sudden ally, she immediately recognized Adele's power and accepted his assistance. Her bowmanship was outstanding, and when they worked together, it took almost no time at all for all the village to once be free of beasts. When the battle finished and they were taking a short rest, the female archer spoke to Adele. I owe you a debt of gratitude. You don't owe me anything. We just did what had to be done when it had to be done. That is all. Doing what has to be done when it has to be done. I guess you're right. With Adele's words, a smile crept onto the female archer's face. She wanted to continue the conversation, but Adele didn't have time. In order to make it to the meeting, he had to rush back to the holy castle Adel. Odell. Adele was sure that by the time he made it back, the meeting would have already begun or even finished. But due to changes to the princess's schedule, it hadn't even started yet. After some time, it was announced that preparations for the meeting had been made and that Adele and his companions would be led to the room where the princess awaited them. There, Adele came to see a person he did not expect to see. Oh, I know you. Oh, so that's who you are. Sitting in the room was the female archer whom Adele had fought alongside in the village. The first princess of the Holy Kingdom Adele, Lila.
Oh my god, who would have thought?
Once the meeting began, the princess seemed to have complete trust in Adele as a person, and she enthusiastically listened to everything he had to say. Afterwards, she announced to him, as the princess of the Holy Kingdom Adele, I promise I'll do what has to be done when it has to be done. Some days after their meeting with Adele, the princess announced the intention of her people to stand in defiance of the god of ruin. Her resolution spread not only throughout the Holy Kingdom Adel, but through the entirety of Granzelia. This led to the people becoming united against the God of Ruin and standing against his tyranny.
Okay, so this entry, I think, explains why Soleil took Regin over Odal after Lila.
Yeah. That's what you're saying this one is?
This is why Soleil and his descendants became the royal family of Adel when Lila was. I don't know. I don't know if you know Dojo. What happened to Lila?
I haven't read her lore in a long
If
time.
if she's dead. If she was lost. Or
I think from what I read, she's like missing. Like they didn't confirm that she was like.
Okay, so when she went missing, it makes sense why Soleil took over Adel, because Adel and Lila had this relationship between each other, and that's the explanation of why Soleil and his descendants are the current royal family.
Okay, makes sense.
So this is a little bit of an explanation.
Okay. So, it goes without saying that Adel's greatest achievement in Granzelia was battling and sealing away.
Oh my god, I love this entry.
It goes without saying that Adel's greatest achievement in Granzelia was battling and sealing away Lougseus, God of Ruin. While the actual details of the battle are unfortunately in a large part obscure, it is thought to have been fiercer than any other battle in Granzelia up to that time. It's also believed that Adel's beloved maiden of binding, Sarah, sacrificed herself.
By this point, they either had to be married or Soleil was already, on the bun. So, I don't know which was one. What was this? What time? What space in time was this written in? But either they were already, because we know that Adele and Sarah were married, and they had Soleil. So I don't know if this was written when Soleil was already, if he was already born and he was, in development, or it was even further in the past.
Yeah.
So the fact that it says beloved is just, oh my god.
So, for this reason, when Adel announced to the people that the God of Ruin had been sealed, he did so not with an expression of joy, but with one of deep sorrow and forlornness.
So this was after Soleil was born, because if Sarah, was, and Soleil was, then Soleil was already, I think.
Until her very final moment, Sarah was just as I always knew her. She was powerful, unrelenting, kind, and my baby mama.
And I think Adel just cut out because he was crying so much. Because, oh my god, I just lost my wife.
These are the words Adel said to those who knew Sarah well. After the battle with the God of Ruin, Adel remained in Granzelia for some time. However, his whereabouts eventually became unknown. Some speculate that he returned to his own world. While others say that he was charged with a new mission and went to a completely different world. But the truth of the matter is unfortunately unknown.
Nice! Alvin! We know where he is! He's been captured by Lilaha!
If y'all could see me like glance, I could see Simi's hand raised, and I was like, let me stop so that she doesn't explode.
We know that he was captured by Lilaha, and he's the prisoner of the goddess, and that might be the reason why he isn't dead yet. Yeah. Because being a prisoner of the goddess, in some way, Lilaha either made him immortal or his body didn't age, because in the profile we see he's 23.
Yes. Which
would be the age where he was captured, so his body hasn't aged a day since he was like frozen in time by the power of the goddess. That will make sense, right? Yep. But yes, he was captured by Goddess Lilaha, and he's been in there and trying to communicate with her like, hey bro, you gotta help me. Which is interesting that he's contacting Kyle and not Roland.
They're both descendants, but
They're both descendants, but he seeks Kyle's help. Like, hey, and maybe because of Ray, because Kyle is the one
yeah,
that has the connection to Ray.
yeah,
So like, it's like, look, buddy, you're with my buddy Ray. I also like him. He was my buddy as well. And you have to help me, bro. You just have to. The other one, I will contact him, but you know
you're
what?
the main one.
He's too busy. He's too busy with the kingdom. I don't want to bother him. So you're my to go because you're like secondary. You don't even know your royalty, so
Yep. So let's see.
you didn't know. Now you know. That's why the podcast exists. That's why we're doing this in the first place.
so
So you are up to date with the lore.
so even so, his presence has influenced never faded from Granzelia. In later times, the children he sired with Sarah greatly influenced Granzelia's history, as did the children's descendants. A famed historical researcher said the following about Adel. Adel was surely a miracle that occurred in Granzelia, a miracle that fulfilled its mission and then vanished without a trace. The great hero Adel, for the people of Granzelia, he was a blinding and momentary flash of light, an illumination, so to speak.
Okay, so Kalfanine, I have a question surrounding the fight with Lougseus. I will wait to ask until after this discussion about Adele.
Go ahead.
You can ask now.
You can ask now.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll answer the questions whenever we want.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, go ahead. Ask the question. But yeah, we know that Adele was aided by Goddess Lilaha in his defeat of Lougseus. But who sealed? Okay, the big question, because in the website it says one thing, lore-wise it says another. Who sealed Lougseus? Because in the website it says the hero Adele along with Goddess Lilaha. Lore-wise it says it was Sarah. Which one was
I'm
it?
going with the lore.
So here's pop that sticker again.
I got you.
Pop that sticker again.
I got you. It's gonna be a little delayed. I'm gonna change that so it's yeah, but there it is. It's up now. It should be up now.
So I have a theory that a sticker is going to be so useful.
Yes.
In the in all of this because I always have crazy theories. Okay, so who sealed Lougseus? The answer, quick answer, Lilaha, Adele along with Lilaha, did most of the damage, like put it in a corner against the courts, everything. Like, they were the ones that wrecked him. How strong is Lilaha to even seal Adele? We don't know because we haven't seen her or heard about her. We just know her name. We don't know anything about her power or
the only thing that we could say the only thing we could say discernible about her is that they refer to her as the goddess of war.
Mm-hmm.
So
when are you taking us for recess, Dojo? No reason.
There's no reset. Well, let me see. Reset once we talk about the prefects and then
the prefects of God arc. We got and then in the manga you can take the recess.
Yeah, when we go into the manga, you could all go to recess or we'll have lunchtime if somebody wants to grab snacks. Yep. But yeah, no. She Lilaha is the goddess of war. So with her getting that denomination, like let's just talk about current mythology.
Maybe Lilaha is the reason, like she's somehow linked to Adele in the reason that she's the goddess of Claudia, right? And Adele, likely from Claudia. So she's the reason Adele has this human superpower thing going on. Like Lilaha said, I like you. You're my chosen one. And that's why Adele has all his strength is into the battle. So goddess of war, a knight, she can make the connection.
can't.
So
Just
that's the reason Adele has that superhuman power. Is just powers granted by Lilaha because she liked him, I guess. And then when Adele was like, and then Lilaha liked him even more, and that's why he was captured by her. Like, I want you for all eternity. You're mine now, and just snatched
imagine
him.
being jealous of a mortal. Couldn't be me.
Hmm. So yeah, he just snatched him,
So, all right, and
and he was
now
captured by her. But yeah, he was with Lilaha, with Lilaha's help, the ones that put Lougseus into a position that so that Sarah could seal him away, and she gave her life to do that and do the whole dimension.
hmm
But he helped. So that's why they say in some cases that it was Elijah and Adele, and in some cases it was Sarah, because it was both of them. With Adele doing most of the work, and Sarah just doing the look ban, as I like to call it,
magic.
the ban, the ban. Just you're banned from this world.
You shall not pass.
Not pass. Let's talk about the prefects of God. And oh my god, what the fuck? Lilaha is an
I got
adult
the arc
fan,
3 times.
just like all of us. Yeah.
Mini flex. Mini flex. I got the arc 3 times.
Yes, you can.
This is my mini flex. Is that I got the arc 3 times and I have it at level 3. All right. Simi
Okay,
is going to. I
prefects of
still have
God.
the. I still have the. I have a theory. Simi is going to take over momentarily because I have to use the bathroom, so I'm going to disappear.
Go ahead.
Okay, so hold on. Let me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're mine now. Okay. Reading the prefects of God now. What we know about this is that they're the highest rankings in the armies of the gods. So higher than the advocates, higher than the thralls. They're oh no, you can see me. No, Dojo.
I didn't leave yet. Don't worry. I tried to.
I'm not up. I'm not up. I saw that the prophets are chasing after you, Jojo.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Maybe you spend some of that snack on the because I wouldn't be back here eating crayons.
The preferences are just. Listen, Ahmad. There's some
Oh my
things
god.
about my life that you don't know yet. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
Oh my god. Why am I like
No,
that?
no, no. Keep talking, Simi. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay. So they are the highest rankings amongst the rankings of like there's a pyramid, okay? Imagine a pyramid. So there's the attendants in the bottom, right? Then there's the divine beasts, and then more higher are the advocates of God, and then there's the prefect. The prefects are you can see me. Let me see if I can position myself so you can see me at least a little bit. You can see me a little bit now, right? I don't know. Yes, you can see me. Perfect. So the prefects of God are the pinnacle of the pyramid of the rankings in the gods, like the files, the attendants, the advocates. They're on on the top of that. To that point, lore-wise, that they can execute advocate. You heard me right. These dudes will not hesitate to kill an advocate if they have to the point that even if you show a shiver of having faith or loyalty over the goddess. This is talking about Lilaha because other gods may have prefects, but this is talking about Lilaha. To the point that if if an advocate, this is talking about an advocate. One of the prefects of God says, "Hey, I think you're shivering in your loyalty to Goddess Lilaha. I'm gonna kill you. And this turns out not to be true. And the advocate just gives zero shits about it. Like zero shits about the fact that he just killed an innocent advocate. By the way, yes, male Lilaha advocates because it says it's a guy, and I wonder if the Lilaha advocates are like the Luke advocates, because the Luke advocates is like personas that can be reincarnated one time and again. So maybe some hope that we may see Meili and Lily again, along with this male advocate that was killed in this arc lore, and maybe there's a fourth one because we seemingly look he has four. Lilaha may have three. Lily Meili and this male advocate. I just want to see him in action. Uh, Prefect's kinda OP, and Lilaha doesn't really care if her own advocates get killed. The group was top tier. The prefects can swipe the wall. Yes! Yep, 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 yep. So the group doesn't have a chance against one. There's a Landis said that he alone couldn't defeat one of them, and I understand why this is the case. No, why Linus can't defeat one of the prefects of God, because they can literally kill advocates if they want to. To be honest, prefects are kind of in are just standing for guns. Yes, they're like the highest rankings. They're the eyes of the god of the goddess. They will not hesitate when gods are out doing their own business. Yes, this is like biblically accurate angels. And we see that Lilaha doesn't, this male advocate gets killed, and Lilaha gives zero shits about him. Zero. So that's the lore wise reason why when Lily was killed, Lilaha did nothing. When Millie was killed, Lilaha did nothing. Because Lilaha doesn't give a fucking shit about her advocates. Just is like, oh, they died, and that's the same. I think it's because of the reincarnation factor. Like, we know that at least Baron Ravala and Soglas had previous incarnations, previous versions of those, and then there's the current ones, right? So I think with Melee Lily and this male advocate that it's mentioned in the arc, it's the same. Like, and Laha doesn't care if they're killed because she can just make them again, or reincarnate them, or give them a new body. Okay. Um, and then the Mia situation. So the Mia prefect that we see in the story isn't Mia being possessed by another evil spirit. She is a brainwashed Mia. So it's Mia. It's Mia's soul. But she's been like encarcerated by faith shackles, as they call them in the arc lore. But it seems like the prefects will only intervene if absolutely necessary. Yes, in the arc lore, it's said that the advocates of God only act if it's absolutely necessary. Let me say it in here. Those who appoint as prefects of God are after seeing her domain and bestowed with unamendable authority. This authority is wide ranging, allowing them to punish lower rankings, being such as trials and advocates of God, and in some circumstances even execute them. Where does it say? Here we go. This power is purportedly almost never used for casual amusement. Expressed in Beasley, prefects of God had been deemed by the goddess as capable of exercising the needed authority at the needed time and prudent enough to remain from needless force. So there you have it. It's only in necessary cases. And yes, here in my notes I have the Mia prefect that we see is a brainwashed Mia, and damn gods sure do love brainwashing people into being advocates because we've seen it 4 times already with Baran, Rabella, Sogles, and now Mia. And here it says in the last entry, it does seem to be surmised that the shackles of loyalty and faith instilled into their souls, so in the purpose of God, by the goddess are extraordinarily holy shit.
Extraordinarily.
Thank you. Strong and unbreakable by any ordinary means. Consequently, while those made out to be prophets of God do retain the previous memories, many say that the personalities are transformed greatly. So, yes, Mia can be brought back to normal.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Zax gets his waifu back?
Sykes can get her wife back, yep. Because by ordinary means, prefects can't be turned into normal. But we know of a certain advocate of God that has been returning to normal. So if the same ritual applies to prefects, Mia can be brought to normal because it's Mia.
Yeah.
It's Mia with her memories, with her soul. It's just like she's trapped within her own mind, like we've seen with Ruto and Sogles. And the Mia situation is like that. It's similar to that, but her power also as an prefect of God is higher than the advocate of God. So the shackles might be harder to break.
Right.
But Thyria, there's this that the MC are going to create a second shift because migraine. And maybe Thyria with her second shift can bring me up back.
Hey, listen.
Anything is possible. Listen, to close up, I'm gonna share my screen because I have here.
Okay, let me.
The Last Cloudia official manga. A comic magazine discovered in the laboratory of the magic scholar Johann. Johann Unit 1. The magazine is one that is sold to a wide audience, and it's unclear whether it bears any relation to magic research, because the magazine was only discovered in Johann's laboratory after his death. It is unknown whether Johann used it to inspire his research or was simply a fan of the comics within. The comics themselves appear to be of the high fantasy adventure. And then in subsequent copies, it says that fantasy adventure manga published in days long past. The full original manuscript is said to be lost to the sands of time, but this is a masterpiece and it's really, really rare to come across. So, first of all, we see, of course, Mina, Landis, and Adel. Look at that. Okay, wait, we got some comments. Fear can sap stakes into Mia's mindscape in a heartbeat. Yes, we might have another mind. We had from the developers that brought you Sugla's Mindscape and Ray's Mindscape. We bring you Mia's Mindscape. Or is Lilaha's control over Mia the thing that's keeping Mia in the physical world? No, it's Mia. It's Mia because she retains her memories, and it's just that she's like being trapped by Lilaha, which means that Adel's soul trapped might be trapped by Lilaha as well, and part of it escaped to say to Kyle, "Hey, come and get me." And he might be the next time we see Adele, he might be a prefect. We might have to fight Adele as an enemy. This is just a theory,
I'm all for it.
but I'll be scared if that happens because we've seen the power that that guy has in normal form. So I don't want to imagine a shape version of Adele being turned into a perfect of God. I'm scared. So,
That would be
what I'm saying, here we see TV seconds.
that is
It's just they're so similar.
there. That is
TV
that is
Lenny's
very scary. That is not. Oh no.
TV Lenny's and Adele departing with this dude that we don't know of. He's a little bit of a mystery. Claudia. By the way, thank you, Studio Lupto and Jaguar and Hayakashi Hishatori, I think it is, for bringing this manga because it's so beautiful. He was this Sarah, this dude that we don't know his name, but he's like a guard or the guy that takes care of Sarah. Skipping a bit because I want to get into Adele and Lenny's fighting like in the unit lore that we just saw, and Adele just lifting rocks, like it's nothing. Look at this. Look at this dude. Like we got this into the game, bros. This is so cool. Just brought the strength. I'm gonna skip over this. Here we see a magic that's not available in the game. That is gravity magic, right?
Right.
Like Landis has this capacity of having gravity magic, so you think that Adele is also a prefect? Could be a prefect. I'm not saying he's a prefect, but I'm saying there's a high chance he got turned into a prefect. Just a high chance. So yeah, here we see a gravity magic that we don't know if this is going to be available in the game, but it's a thing in the manga. And of course, the accident kids. And this dude just losing it. I got a little theory about this dude and who he may be, but I'll leave that to the end of the stream.
Okay.
So yeah, here we see of course, uh, who would have thought that they would end up marrying and having a child, right?
Yeah, totally.
with that meeting.
Totally out of the blue.
And of course, Lenny is freaking out, like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Are you serious? Are you okay?
And yep, Adel Dios. Just so funny. I don't know why manga Adel is so funny, but he is. Hey, old man. We don't know even this dude's name, and he's like one of the main characters.
That's crazy.
And that's why I have that crazy theory that I will talk to you about.
Okay.
So they talk about how Sarah is this key to end the war and everything, and we know that why that is, right?
Yep. The whole Maiden of Binding.
Mm-hmm. The journey starts here. Okay. Manga Volume 2. I want to listen to these creatures. Where are they, aliens? I want this into the game.
A mount riding game.
a mini game or just this creature as an in-game model, as a thing we fight, as a monster we fight. They might be extinct already, which is sad.
Whew, now I'm excited. Now I want it.
Look at this. Like this dude is just carrying Adele like it's nothing with his armor and everything. Also this. Sarah PDPS shift one.
Hey, listen. You said shift Sarah physical DPS win. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, look at that kick. This dude has full armor on. How strong is this girl?
Hey man. Hey, listen. When the strength is there. That's all I'm gonna say. When the strength is there, you use it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Who? Is that it?
Wait. No. I want to talk about. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I think it's in the last one. Oh yeah, Adele just casually plunging a wall. Casual Adele thing.
Yeah.
This dude. Let's talk about this dude. This is Jade.
That's Jade? Oh.
Mhm.
He looks cool. He looks cool.
Yep. This is Jade, and there's two reasons I think this is Jade. First of all, he seems important, so important that, well, he's a thief, right? He's got that thief-looking thing in his kit. He steals Adele's sword. Yep, just punch it. Adele just running up a wall, just Adele things. Just Adele.
Adele
things.
actually ran up a wall.
Yep.
Okay.
The lore we didn't know we needed.
Man's ran up a whole wall.
I just casually holding Adele's weapon. And he's a good person. Like deep inside, fourth volume tell us. So important that he's in a cover with Adele. So this dude is important.
And they mentioned him in the story too.
Then there's a thief thing, and we saw that it was a gunslayer, right?
Yes.
Guess which weapon he has? Come on, yeah.
There's no way he's actually.
Yeah, this panel, by the way. A moment of appreciation for this panel.
Yeah, okay.
Adele just being Adele.
That's okay.
Not just yes.
He just threw a whole tree.
Famous tree scene. Here we go. Here's the tree.
Man's really just threw a tree.
Yep. Get lost. Free. Dude just threw a shot.
He just threw a tree.
Guess what weapon he has?
Wow. He summoned a weapon using the gate like a. Okay. Okay. All right.
Guess what weapon
he's a gunslinger. Okay, I can't wait for this guy to drop.
A gunslayer thief. This is Jade, guys.
I can't wait for this guy to drop.
And we'll talk about this in the arc 2 in the Claudia Squad video.
Yep.
But in one of his yes, that's a gun. He has a gun. And he used whoosh, the summon set.
That's interesting.
One, I'm gonna say two things about this dude. One, this manga overall was released when RD was released. Number two, Arden in his unit lore mentions that one of his ancestors could summon his weapons from portals.
Yep.
This is
Yep.
why I believe
Yep.
this guy is Arden's ancestor.
Yep. I need him as a
We're
character too.
seeing we're seeing Arden's ancestor in here with the whole summoning guns from portals and everything. It's just so cool. Look at this. Anything is possible for friends.
Yeah.
Like reviving people.
Who? Somebody got revived?
Look at these people. Look at these dudes. How cool do they look?
Is that? Hey, look, that's another Deal Mortal type person.
There's a beast in here. I want this dude. I want this.
Okay.
Like I would simp for this. I don't know who you are, but I want you.
All right, y'all.
And just
Whoa.
squad.
That
Look at the squad.
that looks wow.
The 5-star kings.
We are the 5-member battle unit, the 5-star kings.
Mhm.
All right.
So cool. So fucking. This is why I like to read the manga.
Shift RD.
Shift RD confirmation.
Shift RD. Yeah, bro. Listen, just wait.
Shift RD.
Listen, if the next unit, if the next unit has a gun, you know who it is. It's Jade.
Maybe. Oh fuck! I lost the manga. Wait. Okay. You'll be sun, so the ice melted. Curious, you with a beard, you the leader of this group? Yeah, that's an ordinary girl. I sense a special power, blah blah blah.
Bro, I'm asking that same thing for the
Landis,
Phantom Crows.
Look at this. Look at Landis just casually lifting up a person in full armor. There's so many characters that will be
Yes!
cool in the game.
Yes, it would be.
By the way, they don't see it. Oh yes, we're in the bottom. Look at this dude just taking up the heads.
Dalgon, okay.
Okay, this is this dude's name.
Okay.
Adel just casually plumbing into things, and this is the end.
Yeah, no, I'm wrong.
So, pull up that theory sticker.
All right, pulling up the theory sticker. Where is it at? There it is. Boop. Pulled up the theory sticker.
5-star kings as units 1. Imagine. I would say, I mean, look at this squad and tell me who wouldn't sing for this. So many kind, who wouldn't? But yeah, if you see Shift Ardeen just summoning his weapons from portals, he got that from Jade. I mean, I would say for this dude, like he's so cool looking. And of course, we got the furry bait. I mean, so crazy theory time.
Crazy theory time.
This is crazy territory. Like nowhere near am I convinced of this. But come on, a dude in full armor who follows the main squad around reminds you of someone?
Like you said, hold on. You talking about Rudo or Davin?
I think we may be looking at Barcel's ancestor here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's ooh.
Okay, because he's a dude in full armor following the main party around. And who's Marcelo, a dude in full armor following the party around.
Okay.
also this all this manga are reminded that all this manga happens in Claudia.
Right.
It's a crazy theory of mine, but I don't know. It's just a neat connection there, and the fact that he's the protector of the group. And there's the manga.
All right.
Read, by the way, please read the manga. It's really good. And I'm looking forward for the next volume. Every time there's a volume, it's like, yes, more.
Well, you guys heard Timmy. Read the manga.
Mary,
Let me put this back up.
Read the manga.
Take off the age sticker.
Please. Please.
Window capture.
And also, we don't see any colors in the manga, so that dude's armor could totally be red.
If it is, that'd be wild. That would actually be super wild.
Or if he's not Barcel's ancestor, he's like I don't know if Grander was Grander was a thing back then because the Grander walls were a thing back then, but he is could be a Grander soldier or a Grander commander.
Yeah.
That is in that because also Barcel says that he hails from a family of royal servants, and Sarah is like this high charge riding spirit maiden. She's like she would be treated like royalty, so I can see the tie there. So that's why I say maybe the prefects represented in the arc remind me of Nazgul. What is Nazgul?
But yeah. Let me see. Like she's the similarities are crazy. Are you talking about like from Bloodborne? Because that's what I'm getting from Nazgul, or am I?
Like she's the similarities are crazy.
But yeah, we've been going for 3 hours, so I think.
Ooh. Oh yeah, totally.
Nazgul. Let me see what Nazgul.
Yeah. Yeah, these dudes.
Let me see.
It's from Lord of the Rings, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
them from Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Yeah, it does look like that.
Oh yeah, they definitely look like the Nazgul.
Mm-hmm.
But
they do.
But yeah, I think that was a pretty good podcast. I think that was it. I think the first sermon, first church. First thing over. We've talked your ears off long enough with this first one. Thank you for bearing with us with the technical difficulties that we had to go through.
Yeah, we'll get more ready in the next.
Yeah, we'll definitely be more prepared in the next one. But
I'm gonna put like a peace sign on here, and on. Yep, that's accurate. Similar roles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see.
I see.
Yeah, but
in the next podcast, we're gonna talk about Arc 1. So summing up the Arc 1, the Arc 1 story.
Yeah.
Like this is where, but not like the Kyle and company. That will be enough.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about the Arc 2's lore video.
Mm-hmm.
That will include the October 27th story update.
Yes, will definitely be.
So here I have chapter 2 part 2 to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have by order the Squad of Ruin, the Granzelia main squad, the Claudia main squad, Council of 10, Dark Side of Council of 10, Big Bats from Claudia, the ones from Blaze, Artificial Girl, so this is an Alice podcast, one Claudia.
Yep.
So Dora and Amadine to find a sister, so Claire, Tinkili, Blood Rose, and Gorath. Adel from Ward, so Sevilla, Robin, and Worm, Mia,
Mm-hmm.
Mia. Three friends try to defeat Luke, goes wrong. Melsa, Balham, and Silius. Angel and the Fiend. Luke Helshin and Yashimaru because he was thrown in with them. I don't know why. Permanent heroes: Lina, Gravane, Lilaha, Larger, Paul, Loja, and Dine with the Radmon ruins on.
Mm-hmm.
And then permanent baddies: Rommel and Salah.
Yeah.
And then Japan.
Yep. So we have a lot scheduled, and as things come out, we'll definitely be covering them.
So what the schedule is going to be the next week a unit gets released. Collab doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay. The podcast will be about tackling the new unit arc and event lore. This is because the second week the a unit gets released, the part 2 of their event
Event will be out.
comes out, so we can tackle all the event lore and not just the first part.
So basically,
in the meantime,
every other week, essentially, every other week.
So in the meantime, we'll do one of the podcasts in here.
Yeah. But thank you all for bearing with us. We're definitely going to be more prepared next time.
Yes.
Expect an announcement in the LC official Discord. Join this Discord for announcements because we'll definitely be pinging the Discord whenever we go live. If you're in Buddha's chat, post it in there.
We'll ping the church attendant.
Yeah, we'll ping the church attendant. So, like I said, I'll post the link to the Discord.
The link.
Oh.
Yes, put it in the description of the video.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in the description of the video, like in editing. So.
Also, before we go, I'm gonna have to excuse myself. Professionals, lovely seminar. Thank you. I'm gonna have to excuse myself for my terrible English was my reminder that my first language is Spanish. It isn't English. So if my English is a little bit weird, that's why. And anything else you want to add before we close up? That was fun. No worries. We needed to spread the world, the gospel of lore. Amen. Amen.
Amen. And with that, the church is closed. You can catch me and Simi in the Discords. If you want to talk to us, ask us any questions, DM us. And that's about it. It's your boy. Not your boy. It's the advocate, the god of lore, Simi, with the thrall of lore dojo. I'm gonna call myself the prefect of lore. The prefect of lore. The prefect of lore. Yep, I am the prefect of lore dojo, and we'll catch.
I'm scared of you now. Don't kill me, please.
And we'll see you all in the next one. Later.
Amen.